degree is in biology. And so that you can find a lot of studies.
Does that explain two eyes, though? Does that explain all of the other humanoid features?
Two arms, two eyes. That's right. Exactly.
I will explore that when I have more time, which I do not have right now, Jeff. But thanks for the call. I love that stuff. All right, y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy your Flag Day. Watch UFC and ignore soccer. I'm kidding. Watch soccer, but call it soccer, not football.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head, and the total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's time for Talktivities on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Do you have an item for Talktivities? Email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Assurance Home in Roswell strives to offer comfort and healing to adolescent children who are homeless, have been mistreated, or who are otherwise considered at risk, to provide them with a safe, home-like environment that will teach them love, trust, and hope for the future. Call 575-624-1780 or visit assurancehome.org. There are hundreds of miles of trail on the Lincoln National Forest in New Mexico. Individuals and groups can help maintain these trails and restore or protect resources in our area by adopting a trail. You or your group return on a continuing basis to ensure the trail you adopt remains in good condition. Contact jeremy.pritchett at usda.gov.
If you have an item for Talktivities, email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com. That's calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
This hour from Town Hall, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street futures have been flying high this morning. The stock market encouraged by President Trump's declaration of a pending deal with Iran.
The president has said a deal would be done quickly before. Why is this different?
Because they've taken a pounding. They've taken a pounding like very few people could take.
The president talked about the high price of oil and gas because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz.
When oil comes down, everything else comes down. And most importantly, we have a deal that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, which was the whole purpose of what we had to go through to get this.
He believes Iran's supreme leader has signed off on a deal. Ed Donahue, Washington.
And it will be a big weekend for the Trump presidency. Beyond the possible Iran deal, the World Cup returns to the U.S. On Sunday, Mr. Trump's 80th birthday, he will preside over a UFC fight night at the White House. Forecasters are warning of the possibility of more severe weather today across a large swath of the country, and that includes in the hard-hit Midwest.
Twisters have pounded communities near Chicago, leveling homes and ripping down power poles. Storms have also grounded flights and knocked out power for hundreds of thousands across the Midwest and Northeast. A large funnel cloud swept through Merrillville, Illinois, located about 33 miles southeast of Chicago.
Correspondent Andrew Stewart says no immediate reports of fatalities or life-threatening injuries from those storms. The Trump Kennedy Center Board is mounting a last-minute bid to keep the president's name on the performing arts landmark in Washington. The board is seeking a stay of a judge's ruling that Mr. Trump's name must be removed today. And on Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 260 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 10, and the S&P futures are 19 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Healthcare has become frustrating, expensive, and overwhelming. But you can stop playing by those rules. There's a better way. It's called Crowd Health, and it's changing how people pay for healthcare. Crowd Health is a community where members, the crowd, come together to help fund each other's medical expenses. Instead of paying huge monthly insurance premiums, you pay a simple membership fee plus a modest contribution to another member's medical bill. When you get hit with a big bill, the crowd steps in to help you fund it. Plus, you get the support and tools you need to navigate your health event. Why keep overpaying? Cut out the middleman, lower your monthly costs, and avoid the endless billing headaches. Are you ready for a smarter option? Go to joincrowdhealth.com. Right now, you can get started for just $99 per month for your first 3 months when you use code BREAKFREE at joincrowdhealth.com. Crowd Health isn't insurance. Opt out of the flawed system and break free.
The Thai king's eldest daughter has died at the age of 47. She'll be remembered for her prominent role in public life in Thailand.
With the death of Princess Bajarakitiaba, the Thai royal family has lost perhaps its most accomplished member and a figure who might have played an important role in a future royal succession. She was the eldest of King Vajiralongkorn's 7 children and one of the closest to him. Trained as a lawyer, she completed postgraduate studies in the United States, spent some years working in government legal departments in Thailand, and was her country's ambassador to Austria.
That's a BBC's Jonathan Head. Thousands of Puerto Ricans are struggling with water shortages, so severe that the governor of the U.S. territory has activated the National Guard, and emergency responders are fielding calls every day. Officials have not publicly pinpointed the cause of the water shortage. News and analysis, townhall.com. An Alabama man facing the death penalty by nitrogen gas has been spared.
The Supreme Court has refused to set aside a lower court ruling that found the nitrogen gas method of execution as unconstitutionally cruel. The justices voted 6-3 against lifting an injunction blocking Alabama from putting to death a 49-year-old man by using nitrogen. 3 conservative justices, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, and Neil Gorsuch, said they would grant Alabama's request to lift the injunction and let the execution go forward. Jeffrey Lee was convicted of killing 2 people while robbing a pawn shop in 1998. I'm Mike Hempen.
Elon Musk is set to become the world's first trillionaire by selling shares in his rocket company SpaceX in what is likely to be the biggest stock debut ever. SpaceX raising $75 billion. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody. Woohoo! We made it.
Yep. Did it.
A little crispier, I think, after the last 2 days.
Man, dude.
Yesterday was a barn burner.
Yesterday was, and honestly, I was kind of chatting after the work day with Jocelyn.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I was out in there for about 30 minutes. I started just feeling straight sick.
Yeah,
like I wanted to just get out of it.
Yeah, it's that hot, man. And then the older you get, the worse it is on you.
Yeah.
And then you take certain pills. like blood pressure meds and stuff, that you lose your like you have less tolerance to heat.
You lose your will to live. Yeah, that's what it is.
But yeah, it was right warm yesterday, and today 96.
Yeah, that's much better.
With a 40% chance of rain.
That's so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's going to be humid, but at least it's going to be cloudy. So whatever heat is there, the heat is not the problem.
Yeah.
It's literally the direct laser beam UV sun that's just there, especially at a certain part in the afternoon, like right around 4:30, 5 o'clock. There's no angle. You aren't just in direct sunlight.
It makes you know what it feels like to be toast.
Yeah, right. Like this is.
It's like, so what toast feels like.
This is what bread must feel like as it's becoming toast.
I feel my skin burning as I speak.
It's like, it's kind of, okay, toast I always looked at like, you know how a caterpillar makes its cocoon or chrysalis or whatever you want to call it, and then a butterfly comes out.
Right.
Is the caterpillar the butterfly, or does the caterpillar die, and out of the DNA of the caterpillar mixed with whatever the cocoon stuff is, comes the butterfly? Like, are they the same being? When you put bread in your toaster, it comes out as toast. Is that the same bread you put in there?
I'm going to say yes.
I just feel like maybe that bread has died off, and the DNA from the bread mixed with the chrysalis magic of the toaster creates a new form.
I like to think of it as like Captain America, where the caterpillar or the bread is like Steve Rogers' little skinny boy. And then they put him in the little thing.
And they inject the...
And then it comes out as toast or a butterfly, but he doesn't lose who he is. He's still a good guy.
Which is why Procter & Gamble today we've gathered you to introduce you to our new toaster. It's revolutionizing the toaster industry. Actually, I'm fascinated by old school toasters. Have you ever seen? There's some of them out there that are just like, it's like made of like wrought iron.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a cave for the bread, coffin for the bread. You put it in there, and it like direct flame heats your toast, and then there's a button you push, and it flips it. It's really cool.
Well, and you know, they had toast before electricity.
They did. There was some dude with a Zippo and a piece of bread just going.
To be honest, and maybe it's coming back, but I got to be honest. I've lived in a world where I haven't had an actual toaster in my house in a long time.
It's one of the, especially when you work in morning radio, the only time you get to use your toaster is on the weekend.
Well, I have a toaster oven, so I put, but it's not a toaster.
Right. It doesn't toast the same way.
And growing up as having toaster, but I will never forget my grandmother, my upstate New York, my father's grandmother, the one that we go up for 2 weeks in every year. The one I've talked about, the elbow, soft tail, the fruit, all the stories. She owned in the back kitchen what I deemed was the most blew my mind invention ever.
Okay.
She owned a toaster that had not 2 but 4 slices.
Yeah, buddy.
And I was blown away by the 4-slice toaster.
Those are families that take breakfast seriously.
Right. She had a 4-slice jobber, and I was like, I can't believe they have a 4-slice toaster. What kind of people have a 4-slice toaster?
I'm dealing with people in a different tax bracket.
These are learned people.
These are learned with your 4 slices of toasted bread.
Yeah, I was blown away by that.
It's funny how the simplest things when you're a child was just like, yeah, that's it. I've made it. This is how you know you've made it.
Right.
I remember ours, and I was desperate for a cordless phone. I wanted a cordless phone, and I wanted it for the stupidest reason.
Yeah.
Because my friend lived 3 doors down, and in my stupid child brain, my smooth child brain,
thought it worked like a walkie-talkie.
Thought I could go 3 houses down, call my friend, and wave at him from his window.
Well, I would say in the latest cordless before we started everyone going cellular, you could maybe do that.
I probably could. This is one of those that had the antenna that folded out,
right.
Okay? That's what we're talking about. It didn't have that kind of range.
And if it was the first generation, it went out like 3 feet.
Yeah.
So it was like a sword.
You ever get behind that guy in traffic, the guy who's got the ham antennas? And he never has them like tied down properly. So you come to a stoplight and just like,
Well, and you can always tell like the guys in your neighborhood that are ham guys, because it looks like they're trying to bring aliens into the house because they got this 80-foot antenna sitting on top of their house. Like, he really must love TV.
You ever driven by Jim Tucker's house?
Well, and if you remember our old engineer back at the mix, not our deaf engineer, but the one after him.
Not Steve.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, Rick.
Yeah.
And Rick is pretty good, pretty close friends with my buddy Ryan, who I worked at another radio station with.
Okay.
He currently works up at Pioneer Bank up north. Go give him a shout, or go tell him Sean said hi.
Get on the ham and say hi.
He actually got Ryan into ham radio.
Oh, cool.
He got him his set and got him his call sign and all that. And he would sit in his office and just do ham radio all day.
I love the idea of it. I just don't want to talk to other people. Like, that's my other. I just don't.
There's such a protocol to it. Like, if you ever listen to how he does it, every time he talks, he has to give his calls, his call sign and numbers, and then he can talk.
Well, I know I've done it. Like, I've seen it. Like, when I was in Scouts and stuff, I got it demonstrated and all that. So I've seen it. I've never practiced it at any length, but yeah, because based off of like you're just throwing it out there, and whoever's listening. It could be, down the street. They could be across the planet. That's the kind of the cool thing about him.
Well, and that kind of harkens itself to another. I mean, it's not really bygone in the realms of where it's used commercially, but CB radios. The CB radio was such a huge thing when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, well. Before cell phones, and that's how truckers, that was the...
I was fascinated. I was like, I get to talk to other people.
Go watch Smokey and the Bandit or any movie of that ilk from the 70s. You'll see how CBs work.
My dad's truck had a CB radio. We could just sit there and just search the dial listening for, wayward truckers.
Yeah. Or Dukes of Hazzard. They used the CB all the time. Little Bo Peep. They all had handles. Uncle Jesse was Daisy was Little Bo Peep. I think the Duke boys were the Lost Shepherd. I can't remember. What was Uncle Jesse's? They all had their own handles.
I do not remember. I do know, like, at the beginning of the song Convoy, there's Rubber Ducky. He's like, I got Rubber Ducky on the handle. I think looks like we're going to have ourselves a convoy.
I'll never forget years ago when I worked at a Target.
I remember that.
And we had... little walkie-talkies we carried around with us when you worked there. Well, on occasion, I guess there was still an era of CB trucker guys out there.
Right.
Because every once in a while, their frequencies and our frequencies would be mixed.
Pick up short
and
man.
you'd be dipping diddy bop around the store and you're, hey, let's go get that. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Like, hold on there. Trucker's talking trucking. That happened once or twice.
Got you a tight blonde and a roller skate rolling up on you.
Yeah, that did happen.
10-4.
Once or twice.
Keep her between the ditches.
Is our guest here?
I've not seen you.
Okay, I didn't know. No, okay. All right. I got a full show, but I got a film.
We have a full show of potential.
Yeah, we see.
There's a lot of potential in today's show.
I've been told that my whole life.
That's right.
A lot of potential.
You got a lot of potential, son. What are you going to do about it?
Right. I'm 50. They're still telling me. Actually, they stopped telling me a few years ago, and I was like, oh, just bless his heart.
Bless that sweet summer child. So has this been an extra long week for you? Like, has it felt like it's...
I'm not going to lie. This has been a long week. Like, Monday seems a year ago.
It wasn't... I think yours was the anticipation of vacation next week.
Could be.
For what it's worth, I think this week flew by a little bit.
Did it?
Like, I mean, again, time is a fickle construct, but it feels like for the most part, it breezed by.
I feel like I've had a busy week, like a lot of stuff just going on, and because I had like family in town. That seems like that was yesterday, but that feels like that was 3 days ago. It's just, I don't know. It's just been kind of a whirlwind week, but it's been a bit like long. Like I feel like Monday, like I can't remember the weekend. Like, what do we do?
Because you crammed like 3 different things. I forgot that you had the family in town, you had vacation on your brain.
Yeah, there was a couple things there. So this weekend, I'm packing. I mean, that's like my goal of the week. I'm going to kind of, lay low a little bit this weekend, get stuff done, and mostly button up work here stuff over the weekend. So when we leave Monday, I'm not holding a whole bag of stuff.
Yeah, I think I will admit, having you on that Monday has kind of put my mind at ease a little bit. Although I do have to figure out what I'm going to do on the other station. I haven't talked to Digger and the Diva yet.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I might
make arrangements.
Hey, Christian, he's not listening. He's asleep at 7 in the morning. Maybe Gina's up. Hey,
they worked trivia last night. He works late nights at the bar.
Did y'all go trivia night?
No, we didn't. No.
Oh, okay. Y'all went the night before.
We went to music bingo. That was bingo on Tuesday. Yeah, but
I know it was a mind probe thing. I didn't know what the.
But we had tentative plans to go out last night. But it was just the heat it sapped any kind of energy out of us and all of our enthusiasm. It's like
all of our will to live.
There's this spot right in my living room. I call it the cold vortex, where the AC hits and the fan that I have in front of me hits, and it's just like this perfect spot right where I sit. And it's just like, I just want to live here.
Yeah. And you know what though, this was one of those things I noticed yesterday when I forgot we did this, and this is actually kind of a monumental thing. Is about 4 months ago, I got so cold in the house. I was like, can we just turn the temperature? So we've been the thermostat's been set at 70 in our household for like the last 3 months.
Wow.
And so yesterday I was
Did you have to blow the dust off the up button?
Because it's been comfortable for me. But last night, Kim was going, it's hot, it's all this. And I was like, and I forgot that it's 70. I was like, well, I'm okay. I was like, let's check the thermostat, and I was like, oh, it's holding steady at 70. Oh, that's right.
I forgot. That's crazy. Yeah. Like that, I've always known you as 68 or below for most of your existence. Well, that's right there is a testament to the GOPs and all that.
I just know I'm freezing half the time when it's 68 in the house.
You're a skinny boy now.
Yeah. And to be honest, at 70, there's occasionally I'll get home, I get under the blanket, depending on.
Which is kind of the perfect zone too. I like to have most of me under the blanket, have like one arm hanging out to get cold, and then you tuck the arm. That's nice.
Yeah,
that's just a good Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you the rundown. We might have some backup plans because my first guest I don't think's making it here, but we're supposed to have folks from Salvation Army joining us here. Don't forget though, even though Mike likes to sleep in on Fridays, he is up early on the second Saturday of the month cooking breakfast. They're going to have an amazing breakfast over at the Salvation Army here, the second Saturday of every month. All you can eat breakfast for $10, and it is the best breakfast on a Saturday morning for $10 you're going to get. They do a full egg bar with omelets cooked to order or eggs cooked to order. They got Noel always does a homemade either beans or pozole or something like that. So you get your omelet order, whatever, and then you get over here and you're like, oh, they got like pancakes and biscuits and gravy and bacon. All right, I'll take some of that. And then by the time you muscle through that, you're like, oh, I'm kind of got a gut bomb. Order for Mike, omelet. You're like, oh, no.
That's right. I'm sorry for the things that I said when I was hungry.
So it's a great, they do an amazing job.
Fantastic.
And all the money, thanks to some donors and things, goes right back to the Salvation Army program. So you get a very affordable, all-you-can-eat breakfast, and at the same time, help out the Salvation Army, continuing to help people in need around our community. So come have breakfast tomorrow. They start at 7. They go till about 11. They ebb and flow. They usually have the 7 o'clock club, and then I'm around the 9 o'clock club, and then you got your last minuters there at, rolled out of bed. Oh, hold on. And they get breakfast.
Oh, my God, I need those eggs.
Yep.
Got to get my $7 flappies.
But they got you covered. So
a variety of different pancakes too, which is
yeah, they do. Like they'll have like a blueberry or chocolate chip or something. Yeah, they I'm telling you, they got it's like a whole morning breakfast diner experience out there. But it's great.
Yeah,
it's coffee, the whole niner. So, and they're like desserts too, because they'll mess around. And I'll be like, did they put cookies up? I don't care. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to eat a cookie.
I don't care if I'm totally full. It's wafer thin. I'm taking one with me.
Then there's a gallon of milk. I'm like, yeah, milk, cookies. That's what I want.
This all makes sense.
I don't care. I just ate an omelet and 7 pounds. This is why I got diabetes, kids.
By the way, did I catch a niner back there?
Yeah. Hey, when I get to food, it goes into, I talk in tongue.
See, right back to CBs. We always bring it around.
All right, so, but yes, I don't think they're going to make it. So we're going to replay our interview with the Chaves County Federated Republican Women here in a few minutes, if Mike doesn't pop in a minute. We have the folks from the Sheriff's Office scheduled to join us in the 8 o'clock hour. I don't know if it was the Sheriff or Charles or one of the deputies, but in the 8 o'clock there. And then the folks from the Roswell Public Library will join us in the 9 o'clock hour, gives an update as they're gearing up summer reading program, all that stuff underway. So we'll talk about that with them here in the 9 o'clock hour. Before we do any of that, though, let's get you up to date on the weather. And like I said, we got some rain chances here.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a stationary front over central New Mexico and a little bit of moist air available. Mix of sunshine and clouds, and some showers and thunderstorms may pop up this afternoon. We'll be in the mid-90s. Overnight, maybe a shower, a few clouds, and upper 60s. Pretty hot on Saturday, going into the upper 90s. Sunshine most of the day, maybe an afternoon shower, scattered showers Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 73 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 76%. And winds currently out of the east at 7 miles per hour. We do have a 40% chance that we could see some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. They're saying after 3 today. Mostly cloudy. Highs near 96 with east winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, we're looking at a 30% chance at showers. They're saying mainly before 9 p.m. So like 3 to 9 is our best chance at rain showers. Partly cloudy otherwise with an overnight low of 67. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, we're looking at a 20% chance, of afternoon showers. And going to be warm, back near 100. Partly cloudy, highs right there near 100 with south winds at around 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, there is a 30% chance of showers, partly cloudy, 66 for an overnight low, south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy, cooler, big time. We're going to drop almost 20 degrees, so it's going to be like 100 on Saturday, 83 for a high on Sunday with northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, we're looking at a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 61. Monday, when you head back to work, 20% chance of showers, partly cloudy and 86. And then Monday night, that looks like that's it for the rain. There's a 30% chance of rain Monday night, but then Tuesday through the rest of the week just starts warming up. 93 on Tuesday, back in the 105 on Wednesday, 104 on Thursday of next week. So that's what we're looking at. All right, it is 7:25. Let's go ahead and take about a 2.5 minute break here, and then we'll play our interview we had with the Chaves County Federated Republican Women talking about their next meeting. Also, we had Josh Dotson, their scholarship winner, join us too. So we'll play that interview here in just a bit. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Summer heat in New Mexico can affect more than just your skin. Artesia General Hospital and board-certified urologist Dr. Michael C. Speck, MD, remind you, protect your urinary health while traveling and enjoying the outdoors. Stay well hydrated to prevent kidney stones and urinary tract infections, which become more common in hot weather. Drink plenty of water, limit caffeine and alcohol, and empty your bladder regularly. Wear loose, breathable clothing and practice good hygiene during long road trips or outdoor adventures. If you're experiencing pain during urination, back pain, or blood in urine, don't wait. Seek care early. Dr. Michael C. Speck specializes in kidney stones, prostate health, men's wellness, and more. Right here in Artesia. For expert urology care close to home, trust Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with Dr. Michael C. Speck.
The Pecos Peckers chapter of the National Wild Turkey Federation presents the Pecos Peckers Conservation Shoot, Saturday, June 20th at the Creekside Clays in Artesia. Registration begins at 7:30 and the shoot begins at 9. Youth Jake's tickets are available but require adult ticket accompaniment, and lunch is provided. Sponsorships are also available at the Longbeard, Gobbler, or Pecos Pecker tiers level. Register now and get more information by calling Lucas Watson at 505-239-9013.
Summer's here and the heat is on at Roswell Honda with hot deals and cool payments like a 2023 Chevy Malibu just $266 a month, 2018 Nissan Rogue just $249 a month, or a 2021 Chevy Trax just $212 a month. How about a 2018 Nissan Sentra just $177 a month, or a 2018 Jeep Renegade just $162 a month? And get pre-approved today for your chance to win $200 in free gas. The heat is on all month long at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Roswell Tire and Appliance will beat Home Depot prices on appliances, and they will beat discount tire prices on tires. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. Listen one more time. Roswell Tire and Appliance will beat Home Depot prices, and they will beat discount tire prices. Come into the store for all the details.
This is Wyatt Maloney of Roswell Tire and Appliance, inviting you to shop local and save.
They'll beat Home Depot prices, and they'll beat discount tire prices. 101 South Main. Call 575-213-1362 or go online at RoswellTireandAppliance.com.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting him in there. Here's Mike Winters.
The morning show, and joining us in studio this morning, it is time to speak with our Chaves County Federated Republican women, Toby Farrat and Diane Taylor, joining us as well as Josh and Steve Dotson. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's good morning, welcome. How's now? I feel like we're not done, but I feel like now that the primary's over, it's kind of a little sigh of relief over at the Federated, like breathing, kind of like, we can take a break. And I mean, yes, we're firing back up for November, but kind of like a little.
It's just
break.
the beginning.
Yeah,
that was kindergarten. We got out of that, and now we're going in full speed ahead.
Sure,
and we have young men like you have today, and with us. When you're speaking about primary, we have Steve Dotson, who was just elected in the primary for New Mexico State Representative, District 59.
59. And so congratulations on being the NEP. Well, for folks that aren't familiar, what's 59's territory?
It's mostly just the city of Roswell.
Okay, city of Roswell itself. So if you live in Roswell, odds are you're the man who's going to be representing up in Santa Fe.
Yes, sir.
And along with that, he's not only our state rep, but we have his son here who won the new Republican Women, Federated Republican Women's Scholarship.
Nice.
And is based on leadership.
Excellent.
Of course, academics, a lot goes into it.
Now, are you the winner for Chaves County, or does it go up to the state level at that point? Or how far is your scholarship?
I believe it is for just...
It is for...
Through the Chaves County.
Yeah,
I got you.
okay.
I didn't know if there was like a competition, like we got our representative and now we send you to the state kind of thing. Or
I think there was a state one, but it was just for women.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just for
Sorry,
women.
Josh.
But
we live in different times, but
I promise you, if it was open to young men...
Josh would have qualified, yeah.
Oh, my money says he would have won.
And he was one of three.
Awesome!
Yes.
So
Congratulations.
Josh was one of three. The other two couldn't be here today. But...
So, what did you have to do to earn the scholarship? What was your requirements what did you do to achieve it?
So I wrote an essay. I submitted some high school transcripts.
Okay.
It was, I think they were trying to create a holistic view on every student that applied.
Okay. Gotcha. So what did you focus your essay on?
So I focused my essay on mainly what I'm going to do after college and in college.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into the ROTC route.
Okay. I'm assuming, are you senior? You look like you're senior age. I know.
Yes, sir.
You look like a man who's a little older. Wait, how old are you? I'm sorry.
I'm 17.
17, so you're senior now. Okay.
Yes,
I'll just say,
for a few more days.
But I don't know, man. Kids, I see freshmen like, you look like you're 30, man. So
Mike, he's not only a student that graduated from a homeschool, but he is an entrepreneur. He has his own business.
Oh, very good.
And part of his scholarship was based on his leadership ability and his commitment. Obviously, it's, his Republican Women's Scholarship.
Absolutely.
He is a committed young Republican. So he stands in many areas up there with positive leaderships and giving more back than he's received so far.
That's great. So you got a business already. So what are you going to school for?
So I'm going to school for mechanical engineering.
Okay. So you want to be an engineer?
Yes, sir.
On top of that, I didn't know if are you gonna dabble a toe like Dad in politics here? You want to,
I'd like to, yes, at some point. Yeah.
Okay.
So I pulled this guy off of, he was under a truck earlier today, so he's working for me as a mechanic.
Okay.
So he puts the mechanic in mechanical engineering.
Nice.
That's for sure.
So you like to get your hands dirty a little.
Yeah, I love to understand how things work.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm telling you, in this day and age, that's going to serve you well.
He's been wearing oil and grease all week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, get all the book smart you can.
Really well.
Yeah. I can tell he's smarter than I am.
He's also very talented as a pianist, plays the piano
Wow.
very
So you got
well.
those hands aren't just rough. They got a little culture to them. Yeah.
It was funny. Last Friday was our last piano recital.
Okay.
And I had gotten so dirty that day. So my grandpa joked that I had grease under my nails, right? while I was
Those
playing
weren't
the piano.
those weren't pianist hands. Were they? Yeah. Why do they smell like that? Like my grandfather, he had some kind of grease cutting soap that he would like. It was back in
Gojo.
like soap is wasn't even like soap would laugh at it. He literally had this thing of poop, but it always had that. Smell, almost like a kerosene-y smell to it. But he swore by it. His hands were clean-ish, I guess. I don't know if you don't
Our
mind smell
apologies
like
to the Anderson Museum.
Yeah, that's a real nice piano. Though. Go get your fingerprints on that thing. But how long have you been playing piano?
So I've been playing piano for a little over 10 years now.
Okay, so since you were about 7 or so, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, Mr. Lively has been a great teacher.
Sounds like you're going to have a lot of busy, like, between mechanical engineering, perhaps running for some office. Oh, maybe knock out a concert or two here or there.
He's going to learn how to play the organ is what he wants to do.
Oh,
next,
really?
yeah, so. Yes.
That'd be cool. I mean, is it, I know this isn't what we're talking about, but how different playing an organ from a piano? I mean, the keys are they the same?
So the keys are relatively the same.
Yeah.
It's just there's...
I mean,
almost
obviously the sound's different. But.
Yeah, but it's almost like there's multiple pianos stacked on top of each other.
Gotcha.
And then you're also playing with your feet as well.
Gotcha.
So it's a little bit more hands-eye
But you
coordination.
do play with your feet on a piano too, right? Because there's the 3 pedals down there.
Yeah, but they're not notes. It's like a
Gotcha.
sustain or to quieten it down just a little bit.
I got you. So it's kind of like a guitar with the whaley bar, or whatever. It kind of uses it for that kind of. Okay. I know nothing about music, so everything Metallica didn't talk about. I don't know. But that's pretty cool. So have you ever like I grew up in Maryland, Virginia, D.C. area, and outside of D.C., about an hour outside of D.C., there's this caverns called Luray Caverns, and they're not as impressive as Carlsbad Caverns. They're but one of the things they have in there is an organ. And it's a natural organ that they have an organ down there, but for the pipes they use the stalactites and everything from the
Really?
So the actual cave is the organ.
That's really cool.
It literally uses the entire cave to be its amplification system. So there's some guy that sits there and it basically goes through the stalactites and mites in the cave to create the sound. It's
That's
really
so
impressive.
cool.
But yeah. But the rest of it's not as big as.
And where's that located at?
Luray, Virginia. It's outside of D.C. in the Blue Ridge Mountains. If you go into D.C. and go west, and like you're going out 66 towards, just keep going. It's out that way. So, Cooter's Garage is there too. If you're a fan of Dukes of Hazzard, you probably have no idea what that is. But
Well, I listen to Johnny Cash, so
okay.
I know of it.
You know of it. I got a car back there buried somewhere, but that's where Cooter's Garage. He was also in Luray, Virginia there. So So, but anyway, another subject for another day. So, what are you're going to like? Where are you going to go to school after this? Are you going to stay in state, or what's your? I know you're going to be a mechanical engineer, but where are you going to go to school and all that good stuff?
So I'm going to go to Calvin University up in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay. Now, do you have family in that area, or is this I'm going to Michigan?
Going to Michigan.
All right, cool.
He wanted to get as far away from family as he could.
Well, I think you about did it and stayed in the country. I mean, how do you handle cold? It ain't like New Mexico in Michigan.
No. We had joked before we went up that people live in igloos. And I kid you not.
It's not that bad. They have buildings and stuff.
But the thing is, while we were there, I kid you not, there's students that legit built a igloo outside of the camp, outside of the dorm.
I've slept in an igloo. Weirdly enough, when I was in the Boy Scouts, when I was a teenager, we got a trip up to Ottawa, Canada, and all that, and they literally built igloos, and we slept in them. They're very warm, actually. It's warmer than you think. But you don't need an igloo. They do have buildings in Detroit and heat and electricity.
You're an Eagle Scout.
I am. I'm an Eagle Scout. Yeah. Just because I can don't mean I want to, but you know. So is your school in Detroit area? Is it more upstate in Michigan?
So it's just a little bit across the river from Chicago.
Okay, so you're closer to Chicago than Detroit.
Yeah, it's about
Grand Rapids.
Okay, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Great Lake weather is no joke.
They get a lot of snow.
Yeah, but I hear the summers are nice. Like, if you're gonna, of course, you might be back home for the summers, but you know, get to go out in the Great Lakes and do. He's like, no, I'm not.
You've got a trip planned for one of the summers, don't you? Come on.
So there's a study abroad program at Calvin to Germany.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hoping I might be.
You ever been to Germany?
No, I have not.
Spent a month there too, courtesy of Uncle Sam. But I did get to spend a month in Germany.
There's a few car dealers there you might have heard of. Mercedes.
Yeah.
BMW.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like I spent 5 months in Italy and then a month in Germany all in one deal. And yeah, you literally see, like in Italy, Ferrari dealerships and like you would a Ford dealership around here. That's
really
a thing. Same in Germany, with the Mercedes and all, and they're more high end cars. But I hope you like meat. You a meat eater?
Yes, very
Germany
much so.
loves their meat. They don't mess around with meat. Like they have vegetables. I don't know if they eat them, but they do have them. But they do have them. But they're big meat eaters over there too.
Okay.
So, good deal. So as far as obviously, how did you get lined up here with the Federated Republic? I mean, was it all through Dad here, or how did you end up applying for the scholarship and get involved here?
So I heard about it from my dad, actually.
Okay.
But after I applied, I attended one of their meetings. It was actually really cool, but I mainly just heard about it from my dad.
Gotcha. So now, like you said, you have aspirations in politics. Like, what would you like? You want to be a mayor someday, work on a city council, or do you want to sit? Ultimately, I want to go to the White House, or I want to go to Congress, or I want to go.
That's still to be determined.
Sure.
But, I love. Have you ever read the book, The Three Languages of Politics?
I've heard of it. I must confess, I've not read it.
It's a great book. I'd highly encourage everyone to read it. But it talks about how everyone has a different mindset or a different approach to solve issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really interesting understanding where people are coming from and what I believe in those languages per se.
I would say take a few psychology classes while you're in college. That'll be your friend too.
Well, he had a thesis defense for that was his graduation project.
Okay.
And tell us a little bit about your thesis and kind of how that played into the three languages.
So my thesis assertion was that the right to bear arms is not just an individual right, but rather a moral responsibility for all able-bodied, law-abiding citizens.
Gotcha.
So I think that Democrats are known today to be very much so against guns, but through the actual three languages, it can be seen that everyone should be for gun ownership from a certain perspective. And that's really what got me really into politics. Is
Gotcha.
Guns.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and this thesis defense, I mean, he was peppered with a panel of experts for about 45 minutes. He was sweating pretty good when he came off, but he defended it well enough that he passed. So,
well, I think, and you probably understand this already better than I do. It's like you realize we've got plenty of gun laws. There's so many laws they put. We don't enforce them because they don't. You can make all the laws you want, but until you have the money and the backing to do the thing, you can, it's no different in other aspects of the courts and everything else. You can create all these laws and penalties you want, but if no one's enforcing them, who's going to abide by them? And I think, when it comes to guns, it's like, look, there's stuff on the books. If we just, we don't need to create more laws. We don't need to, it's already taken care of.
Yeah,
I guess is what I'm trying to say.
and personal responsibility plays into a lot. Something I'd like to ask is, you attended Republican Federated Women. What was your understanding, or what was your feeling after attending, and would you ever take part and become an associate member?
I think I would at some point, but I think college would be like the main hurdle right now. But I have been the president of 4-H for several years.
Okay.
And it's really cool to see how meetings are run with Robert's Rules of Order.
Well, you don't learn. There's not a better place to learn it than 4-H and that kind of thing. That's what they do is teach that stuff.
Yeah, 4-H and FFA do a phenomenal job.
Absolutely, yeah.
But he registered to vote for the first time too, and so a lot of the candidates were there, and you got to meet a bunch of the candidates.
Yeah, I got to meet a lot of the council candidates that were running.
Oh, nice.
County commissioners, excuse me.
So you got to really ask questions.
I did.
That's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Talk to sheriffs and all the different races and all that too.
Yeah, Mr. Taylor was there, so I got to talk to him a little bit.
Yeah, I know someone I can talk to, but never mind.
And he got to vote for his father.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, his first time voting.
Although that would have been quite the kerfuffle at the house if you did not vote for Dad, I'm thinking.
I would have gone. He had no choice.
Like, dude, that dinner, that candidate provided you that dinner. Yeah. But that's cool. That's great. Well, so as far as the engineering side, where do you want to take that? Do you want to? You want to eventually, get out there and build your own? Do you want to, where do you want to take that? Do you want to go oil field with that? Do you want to agriculture? Where do you want to take that?
So for a long time, I was actually really wanting to go into the aerospace or aeronautical side of engineering. I love airplanes.
Okay.
I have a bit of a fanatic for them. But
okay. I got some time in them too. I'm not flying them, but working on them. I was in the military, so.
Well, that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the ROTC program as an engineer.
Okay.
So I may stay a career in the Army, but if not, I'm really hopeful to go into F1 or maybe even NASCAR.
Okay. Well, I hate to tell you this, but as an officer in the military, you ain't turning wrenches. If you want to turn wrenches, you got to be a grunt. Telling you right now. Ain't no lieutenants working on airplanes. I'm just saying. You might be too smart to be an airman.
But even the design behind them.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. But I could easily see you working if you wanted a Grumman or a Lockheed or something that guess who makes all these airplanes for the United States military? It's Lockheed, it's Grumman, Skunk Works, you've heard of them?
Yes, I've actually read that book, the Skunk Works book.
I spent a lot of time with the skunk. How I ended up in New Mexico, I was a bomb loader for the Air Force.
Really?
And I'm from D.C., but I got stationed at Holloman Air Force Base. So in the 90s, I was loading bombs and working the weapon systems on stealth fighters. That's
so
what I did
cool.
for the Air Force. So I did that for 4 years. So I know a thing or two about them. Crew chiefs, and you want to know about flight line stuff. I spent many a day with those guys.
So the in-car stuff is really got to be interesting to you too. And it's here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got to go back east. You got to hang out in the Carolinas to get in touch with all those NASCAR and those guys and those teams. But they don't they have whole training schools for that. If you want to be pit crew and all that, that's a whole.
That's a different.
Yeah, that's a different. But it's literally a career path. They go to training. They go. And to be to change tires and to do pit crew stuff, it's a whole science to that. So not airplanes, but maybe in that field you go next thing you design the next Formula One car that goes I don't know what speed they're breaking 300 miles now at that point. I have no idea.
Yeah, something like that.
I know they
it's
hit
fast.
200, they hit 200 plus on some, not on them road courses, but on some of them ovals they hit that. So, yeah. So.
Yeah, they're fast.
Yeah, that's a lot. Of course, you might. If you do Formula One, you got to pick up the European accent. But if you go to Carolina, you just drop some vowels or consonants. I'm not sure what. You boys think you had to go that route.
Some barbecue in that area too.
There you go.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, as far as the Federated Republican Women goes, or any in our next meeting, we definitely want to invite the folks to come out here for our June meeting. What's on tap for our June meeting?
So next meeting is June 17th.
Okay.
Okay. And our speaker is going to actually be Juliana Howerson.
Oh, very good. City
Right.
councilor,
Yes.
the Roswell 250, one of the spearheads for that right now,
And
amongst
she's
other
going
things.
to talk about our 250th celebration and what we're doing around town, what activities
She
we're
would
having
know.
around the city.
She's behind all of it. So,
yes,
yeah.
she's very involved.
And they're looking for volunteers. So if you're looking for a way to get involved, come to the meeting next week, have lunch, and volunteer.
11:30 at the Elks.
Mhm.
And we're having, I think it's hamburgers. I think that's what we're having.
That makes sense.
That's on the menu.
A June
hamburgers.
cookout, got a burgers
Yeah.
and chips and what have you.
And if you want to come to the meeting, please reach out. Chavis RSVP. You can let us know that you're coming, or if you just want to come and have a chair, or if
Mhm.
you want to have a meal, let us know as soon as you can.
It's free unless you want to eat, and there's just
Right,
the cost of the
right.
meal, which is very affordable.
And if you can get it by next Monday, that would be great. And
The Elks side sure appreciate it when you
Yes.
give them a heads up so they know, especially if it's burgers, because we'd hate to be get burger and they're like, oh, one short because you didn't RSVP. Now someone doesn't get a burger. So
Doors open at 11:30. We'd love to have a full house.
absolutely. And I know some people like on diets and whatnot. What's going to happen is you're going to get there and you're going to be like smelling the burgers and everyone's going to be eating burgers and you're like, I wish I had a burger. You're going to be cranky and grumpy. So just get the burger and then you'll be there. And then you can focus on the meeting and listen to Juliana afterwards.
Email us, call Diane, call me, call Charlotte, call any of us,
Mhm.
anybody on the board that you know.
There's also the
Rhonda.
Federated Republican Women, Chavis County Federated Republican Women Facebook page. If you shoot a message on there, one of the ladies will get back to you pretty darn quick.
We watch it pretty close.
So if you don't know anybody personally that's already a member, you can go through that route.
And
too.
I bet we're going to have our scholarship recipient at the next meeting, too. Help planning for.
Oh, Josh, you're putting you to work. You're going to be helping serve burgers. You didn't know that. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
You know, Josh, there ain't no free gift.
That's right.
That's true. Also, I just want to give a couple plugs because they are due. Our lunch sponsor is Will Cavan.
Oh!
And our dessert
Congratulations
sponsor,
to him. He just
yes,
won his
yes.
his
our
county
dessert
commission bid.
sponsor is Teresa Barncastle. Credit where credit's due.
Very good.
We appreciate their help and their service.
Absolutely. So we do. Which, of course, now I'm always like, now what's going to happen about city council now? That you're going back over to the county? You're kind of. I'm happy for him,
Well,
but
come to the meeting.
he's kinda
Talk to him.
Yeah.
Talk to everybody, and I bet you get some answers.
oh yeah. Well, I talked to him. He's good. We're all good. But I'm glad he's county commissioner. But I miss him as my city councilor now.
I bet there's a plan.
Right.
I bet there's a plan.
We're even going to have a new sheriff in town.
That's
come
true.
And meet them.
Well-
And it's a great place
Absolutely.
to meet our leaders, whether they are candidates, not candidates. The Chavis County
Well-
Federated Republican Party
Yeah.
is extremely active in this community. They bring in candidates from all parts of the state at all levels, and they are really the central vehicle. If you want to know something, go to Republican Women.
And
We're
now-
going to start up again. We've got more to
Absolutely.
bring in.
And now that the primary is over, you guys really step up because obviously
Exactly.
prior to primary, you guys don't endorse a candidate. It's
Right.
fair game. Now that the primary is over, you rally behind the Republican winners here. Fortunately for yourself, you're done. You don't have, but some like our governor race and a few other races. There's the general election in the fall. They have an opponent here, and so they're going to continue to. And by the way, if folks won in the primary, they do not take office until the first of the year. So sheriff, state reps, none of these individuals will actually take the position until the end of the year. The people that are prior in office finish out the term to the end of the year.
But
That's
it's
how that
important
works.
that the community knows who our new leaders
Absolutely.
are to become active and, and engaging.
Those
and more
folks,
time now. They
yeah.
have more time to visit with you now than maybe later.
Exactly. Like Steve, I imagine, yes, you don't officially start the job here to the end of the or beginning of the year here, or beginning of the new year. That being said, you get your ducks in a row, align your people, get your staff, get set up your, oh, by the way, you're going to have an office in Santa Fe. I got to figure out that lay of the land and how. And I imagine too, and for you don't know, if you get newly elected as a county commissioner or state rep, they kind of do send you to politician college there, kind of thing, to teach you. Got to teach you what you're doing and all that stuff.
How to address people.
Yeah,
yeah.
They kind of teach you, so when they go to do these budget talks, they know what they're talking about. Get into those circles and things like that.
I had to
too.
get some sports coats too. It's not something that I normally
Oh, yeah.
wear, right? So
green and honey mustard, people love those. Just look like a Century 21 salesman, or you just won the Masters, one or the other.
Not only that, but he has in session. You have that time slot this year. It'll be a longer session, and he's a working man, has a business, so you have a lot to put into play.
Absolutely.
And how to outreach and.
So now's that time to do all that.
Yeah.
So even though technically, like our sheriff and all that, they don't start the job till the beginning of the year, but they're now putting their people in place and establishing their. So when that day, once they swear in, day two, they're hitting the ground running. So.
And a vehicle to outreach the community, the largest area where we have the largest amount of population attending is the Republican Women's events. Nowhere else do we have a Republican Party event that, all citizens are welcome to come
Absolutely.
and meet our elected officials or even candidates.
Yeah.
So
You get to talk to them face to face, and
that's right.
Not through a TV screen or a phone call or a text message. You get to sit down and shake their hand and have a conversation, and that's what every Federated Republican women's meeting is about. Is that face to face? Because, like you said, even if the candidates aren't speaking at that particular, a lot of times they're there as part of it because they're listening and learning and networking just like everybody else.
And they know there's a lot of people there that want to come and talk to them. So
these are their
meeting.
constituents. These are the people they're representing. This is how you find out what they want.
Right. And our target, this young man, our youth, we're all getting a little older, and we need the youth. We need them to come and take, and the Republican women are really working hard to reach out
That
to
next
them,
generation.
bring them in. Not just females.
Well,
male.
and I know we're running short on time, but when it comes to New Mexico, the Republican Party really has to step up their game and create and get people that move the needle for New Mexicans that want to vote for them. The Democrats have been doing this for a long time, since 1912 and before, when this thing was even a state. They were go to Lincoln, New Mexico. This thing's been a Kabbalah run by mafia-esque type things since before we were even a state. And that's because we have one side and there's no balance. There's one side running the show. And so the Republicans, conservatives, really need to, and this is where the Joshes of the world are going to step up and give people alternatives on the Republican side to vote for that lines up with their values. Because by and large, I think New Mexico is a conservative, as far as family values and traditions, a lot of it's conservative values. When you look at, if you go down and say Republican, Democrat, and do the checks and balances, a lot of their checks are going to go on the Republican side, because those values are the same. The Hispanic culture is very, we're a very heavy Hispanic state, and very much family, very much that the Catholic religious, that's conservative values. And so most New Mexicans think that way. It's just, the world of we get into, and now questioning things that, what is and what isn't in the world. And now you got people really good at peeing on your leg and telling you it's raining right now. Sorry, Josh. It's advanced political talk.
Well, it's nice seeing here we have a father and son, and both winners.
Yes, absolutely. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Josh, we look forward to seeing, I mean, I'm not far from, yelling at kids to get off my grass and all that, so we're going to need you to kind of step up because I got to retire to yell at kids on
You
get
have
off my
grass,
lawn.
do you need it mowed?
That's right.
Anyone will do that for you?
Well, we'll try, right? Burn out
Come
now,
on, this is
but-
your pitch, right?
That's right. You have your other business. Is that what you do? Landscaping?
Landscaping, yeah.
Yard caring?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So give a plug. What if someone needs their yard worked on?
Do you
who
have
do
a
they call?
website or anything?
I do. It's just dotsongrassmasters.com or
Very
just
good.
any. I have it on Instagram and Facebook as well. So
DotsonGrassmasters.com.
yeah, that's the website. Yeah.
Nice. It has nothing to do with cannabis, people. It's just yard work.
You know-
People are like, let me check this out. No, not that.
You know,
kind of
whenever I started it, I had no idea that the grass had another connotation.
That's right. It's like I missed that too. Something like, hey, can I get a dime back? I don't do that, sir.
I'm innocent.
I cut it. I don't smoke it.
Right. That's what you could put on your shirts.
Hey, marketing.
There you go.
Hey, we got a bunch of marketers around here. You need help, but
Last plug for the meeting, Wednesday, June 17th. Doors open at 11:30.
Yeah.
And if you want to reach out to us, it's chavisrsvp@gmail.com.
that's right. And if you want to eat RSVP, pay for that. If you don't, still RSVP. It's free. Doesn't come, but and then it'll be 11:30 that Wednesday. Come down, and it's always that third Wednesday of the month at 11:30, and for the foreseeable future at the Elks Lodge here, unless Convention Center magically pops back up or
And
whatever.
Mike, we invite you.
Absolutely.
Come be our guest.
Come.
We'd love to have
Oh
you
yeah,
come.
I have fun. I get
Yeah.
my problem is sometimes in the middle of the day, how it is, and it's one of those things. But I do enjoy going. So come, and then obviously, as we get closer to the general election here in November, you'll start seeing more and more of the Republican candidates that'll be on the ballot coming in there. I imagine we'll see Greg Hull at some point popping in there, and some of the other folks running as well too, Lieutenant Governor, et cetera, at some point. So, but be on the lookout. That again. Follow the Chaves County Federated Republican Women's Facebook page. That way you can stay up to date, not only on this meeting, but anytime there's events or any activities that pop up, scholarship stuff. Because when they're not doing political supporting candidates and stuff, they work with various other organizations like, youth groups. Assurance Home is one of those, amongst others. So if you're wanting to get involved in that kind of work, the Republican women have a lot of opportunities there too. If you're like, well, I don't know anything about candidates and stuff, but I love helping kids, then come join us at Chaves County. There's a whole side of that, the Federated Republican Women there too, that you can get involved in.
And Mike, we thank you, greatly thank you for giving us this opportunity and being such an asset to our community.
I'm glad we can help. And and dudes, you can be in it too as associate members.
Yes, sir.
So men are allowed to be a part of the Chaves County Federated Republican Women, but like I said, it'll be an associate role or like a side group kind of thing.
Lots
so
at every meeting.
that's right.
Lots.
You get to eat. That's all you got to worry about. You get to eat. That's all you care about. Get to eat. Yes, you do. Come on. Very good. Did we get it all, ladies?
Yes.
I think
Excellent.
so.
Josh, Steve, thank you very much. Congratulations, and we look forward to bigger, brighter things for you here when you're not cutting grass and building buildings and running for office and playing the piano. Did I forget anything else? Are you a chef too? Do you cook? Are you a good cook? What else do you do?
Well, thank you.
When I'm not doing that, I like to weave baskets. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
With the Islamic Republic.
We just made a great settlement of the war with Iran, and we're going to be subject to finalization of documents. We should get done over the next few days. Probably have a signing maybe in Europe.
The BBC's Thomas Morgan in Washington.
In the Oval Office, a confident Donald Trump said the Strait of Hormuz could reopen to shipping as early as Saturday. He said his Vice President, J.D. Vance, would probably be signing the deal in Europe over the next few days. this week has seen tit-for-tat strikes between Iran and US forces following the downing of an American helicopter on Monday. Iran has said although the majority of an agreement has been finalized, it's not yet reached a final conclusion on the deal. Tehran again accusing the US of making excessive demands and adding new requests at the last moment.
A key surveillance tool allowing the U.S. to collect intelligence abroad expires later today. The House and the Senate failing to temporarily extend the FISA program, which runs out at midnight. President Trump nominating Jay Clayton, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, serve as Director of National Intelligence. Powerful storms once again battered parts of the Midwest. At least 3 tornadoes touching down in communities near Chicago, destroying homes, uprooting trees, and bringing down power lines. Storms have also grounded flights and knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of utility customers across the Midwest, parts of the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Forecasters warn that more severe weather could hit some of those same areas later today. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 119 points, the Nasdaq down 89 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Former South Korean president has been given a lengthy prison term for launching drone flights over the North Korean capital.
South Korea's ousted president Yoon Suk-yeol and his former defense minister have been sentenced to 30 years in prison in a case alleging Yoon ordered drone flights over Pyongyang in 2024 to heighten tensions with North Korea and justify declaring martial law at home. The same court had earlier sentenced Yoon to life in prison for a rebellion conviction over his short-lived imposition of martial law in December 2024. North Korea had accused Seoul of flying drones over Pyongyang to drop propaganda leaflets 3 times in October 2024. I'm Charles Tilletesma.
Officials in the Philippines say years of disaster preparedness drills really helped to pay off, preventing a larger death toll when one of the strongest earthquakes in 50 years struck, leaving 55 people dead. News and analysis, townhall.com. The Texas Attorney General's office has notified the Big 12 of potential legal action from Texas Tech.
This follows a court order allowing quarterback Brendan Sorsby to regain NCAA eligibility despite gambling on sports. The Big 12's executive board met Thursday to discuss options after a Texas court issued a temporary injunction Monday that prevents the NCAA from enforcing its ban on Sorsby. He had been ruled ineligible after betting on his own team while at Indiana. Big 12 Commissioner Brent Yormark says the board will meet Monday to decide on a course of action. Keith Peters reporting.
It is a history-making day on Wall Street, with Elon Musk's SpaceX making its debut on the NASDAQ exchange. It is the largest initial public offering ever. Price of a share of SpaceX stock, $135. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The deuce of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
You made it.
You did.
You deserve this day.
Pat yourself on the back. You don't see enough self-back patting nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you do, but you know.
No, you hear it. Oh, you hear it. You see it online, but you just never see anybody just.
Yeah, a physical.
You remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
Oh yeah.
The guy who used to carry the 2x4 with the thumb.
Yeah.
He always patted himself on the back when he won his matches.
Yeah, that was his move. I remember that. Yeah, his 2x4.
Yep, the tube. When I was a kid, I had a foam 2x4. Foam Hacksaw Jim Duggan 2x4.
I remember. I didn't own one, but I knew many of people that had one, and you don't realize that was the highlight of the W, and it was still WWF. I think,
no, absolutely. Then. No, they didn't change till the 2000.
But like as far as marketing and all that, I mean, they were right there with Transformers and G.I. Joe and He-Man and all of the top toys for the tanks.
And it's so funny too because like now there's so many points of articulation on these toys that come out now. Like you can manipulate the fingers on the hands.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and it's funny, they're putting these out now as like vintage, but the original LJN like plastic action figures that they came out with WWF, it was like Gorilla Monsoon, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, but it was just one solid piece of plastic, but then usually striking a pose.
Sure.
Or doing stuff. You can't really play with that.
Yeah, they didn't move.
I mean, you can, but it involves a heavy dose of imagination.
Well, and pull back the curtain. Those guys were so big and muscle-headed, they probably about have moved about as much as the real-life version.
That's about how much they could move. That is fair. But I guess
the Iron Sheik.
We've just distilled the Virginia Slims. We've come a long way, baby, when it comes to action figure articulation.
Oh yeah. Well, and I remember the Stretch Armstrong days. I remember we had friends with the Stretch thing, and that was the only articulating toy. I mean, like if you had
that's not true.
You had like the $1 Million Man with the but they were like Barbie doll size,
right.
You know.
But back in your day specifically,
we had the Star Wars guys.
There was the Star Wars guys, and it was the old school G.I. Joes, the smaller ones.
That's the ones
and
I played with.
Those toys had the hand articulation on those.
They had some, yeah.
Matter of fact,
G.I. Joe had more than Star Wars.
They did.
Star Wars had shoulder. And then he had lightsaber, most of them. I don't think they had elbow or wrist.
The switch right here, you push the lightsaber out, But some of them had wrist. Some of them, I remember, were so loose because back in the day, it was the ball joint with the rubber band.
Yeah, and they'd just be like...
It would just hang.
For some reason, in G.I. Joe, it was the Snake Eyes dolls.
Yeah.
Like those, I seen more of those with loose hinges
limbs?
than say Jane or Duke.
You get a lot more use
or
out
Destro.
of you get more use out of the heels, There's a lot more for the bad guys to do.
And I was more into the vehicles than the action figures. Like that like Star Wars, I'm like, yeah, the guys are cool, I guess. I want the X-Wing, I want this. And G.I. Joe, I'm like, I want the hovercraft, I want the HISS vehicle, I want
When I was, and I think they had a version of this when you were
the A-10.
When you were young, like a Mask or something. But
Mask, yeah, I knew
when
Mask.
I was a kid, the Power Rangers was a big deal, and you could get all of the Zords, like their vehicles.
Yeah.
But then you could combine those into Megazord, and you could make the Megas they actually connected to each other. That was high technology back in my day. Connectable toys.
That's the one. My ultimate one was the Voltron toy because that's the one that had the lions.
It was Voltron,
and you could make it into one big giant Voltron. But they had, I think it's 5 of them. They broke out into the lions, and they did their lion thing, but when they really need to kick butt, they all put together to be Voltron. And so that was the ultimate. I never got one.
Right.
My rich friend down the street did.
Well, because that's the thing. You don't just get one.
Yeah.
You had to get this one and this one.
And they didn't sell them together. I think you had to buy them all separately.
But then they pulled this real shiesty move. So Bandai, the company that made the Megazord toy, you could get the ones that went together to make the Megazord. But then, like, right after, they came out with this remote control Megazord that was, like, all together, and everybody wanted that. So like, you know exactly what you're doing, Bandai, you crafty sons of guns.
Yeah. But the ultimate prize in my childhood was the G.I. Joe hovercraft.
Oh, yeah.
That was the whatever you want to call it, the holy grail.
The pinnacle, yeah.
The holy grail of toys for a child my age back then was the G.I. Joe hovercraft. I knew of none people. I had a friend who had the base, which was a distant second, but had the base.
That's a big deal.
It was a big one.
Having the play set, that was always like, that. You knew you were the rich kid in town if you were getting play sets.
This is also the same guy that had the Tony Hawk board. We played hockey. He had the most expensive equipment. You know, he's that guy. You know, first guy to get a car when we're 16. You know,
right?
But,
where it feels more like a requirement that they get.
But he's a good dude. He's one of my. Still this day, still taking contact with him.
Well, sure, his parents could afford to send him to school. He's good. He got his education.
Matter of fact, we were making hair jokes online the other day, because he put up his high school picture, and I was like, so much feathered hair.
Such a quaff.
It's like, that's the guy I knew.
Yeah, I remember the kid in, it's funny, you always, well, I don't know if everyone does, but I definitely did. Remember the one rich kid in my town was, and I befriended him pretty quick. His name was Justin Robinson. And I've mentioned it before. His dad was like the guy that moved into town and opened up the Subway.
Oh, yeah. And that's why you always got your Doritos.
That kid had means, man. He was like, I'll give you another example. When I moved to Rio Rancho, I met this kid named John Duchan, and he was a big kid. I mean, he was very, very big, but he was also very spoiled. He lived with his dad, who was a single father, and he got everything he wanted, to the point where he owned a Sega Saturn.
Ooh.
Like, not like the one that nobody owned.
Right.
He had that one.
The high-end one.
The one that was like stupid because they
it was
came
like
out with
8-bit instead of 6-bit or whatever. I don't remember what it was.
No, this was just shy of 64. It was like 56.
Okay, I don't remember the numbers, but yeah. I just remember it went to the next one.
The original Virtua Fighter came out on this one. But he's the kind of he's the kid that had the drum set. Because he had a drum set upstairs. I never messed with it or anything, but that's to give you an example what that kid was like.
I went right to Step Brothers.
Exactly. That's why I said it. He had the drum set, and it was upstairs in a room all to itself, and it was just his drum. I was like, you are so spoiled. No wonder you're so fat. You just get whatever you want food, you get food.
Well, my friend who had all his stuff, he was also the one whose mom, because back in those days we stayed at each other's houses and stuff all night, so we'd sleep over Friday nights, and I'd want to stay at his house, and one of the things was his mom made sun tea like there was always a gallon, always, and she sweetened it. It was always perfect, and I was like, y'all the best tea at this house, and so I drink like a whole gallon myself every time I go to their house, and later on. We found their peach schnapps. They used to shoot the hide of peach schnapps up. That was a little few years later.
Yeah, no, that's the natural progression.
That started making it into the tea.
Hey, can I get some tea out of your mom's fridge too? Hey, let's figure out where your mom and dad hide their liquor.
Yeah, it was. But it was. Matter of fact, his stepdad, who was his stepdad and his mom. That's who he lived with there, and his real dad lived in Pennsylvania. Natural dad, I guess you'd say. Real dad don't sound right.
It's biological.
Biological dad lived in Pennsylvania, and so like his stepdad started this cleaning business where he would, as janitorial, so he'd go around mostly daycare centers all over the DC area, and clean. So me and Vic were his like assistants. So we'd have to go and I scrubbed many a toilet and mopped many a floor at daycare centers and things. A lot of puke and waste at those little kids. They're little.
Yeah.
But I did that for a few. That was like my summer job with them for a couple years, and we'd always stop at like convenience stores, and I ate so many those little pretzel sticks in a box during that time. I don't know why.
It never ceases to amaze me for how small they are, how full of fluid children are.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's crazy, just fluids and stickiness and just and they just stay that way until they're like 20.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, that was like a 2-year stint of Yoo-Hoos, pretzel sticks, and snow cones. What's the snowballs?
Snowballs. Okay.
Those things.
Dude, snowballs where there's a point of too much marshmallow, and that's snowball to me is it. Everything else about it I like the coconut, I like the chocolate, the cream. It's just there's too much marshmallow, man.
There was a summer where I was on them, and I was and for some reason. The pinks were fine. I wanted the blue ones.
Yeah. Blue's harder to find.
They were.
That's a lot harder to find. I don't even think they make blue now.
Yeah, probably not, but I could see them every once in a while. They had the blue ones.
They got banned for some kind of
They literally taste no different, but
no, exactly. Dude, another one of those that's like that is Oklahoma. The official soda of the state of Oklahoma is Big Red.
Oh, Big Red.
And it's also one of the few places where you can get Big Blue.
Yeah, I remember. This is about 10 years ago. When back in my doing a lot of remotes every weekend, I'm doing the remotes all the time, and we always partnered up with Pepsi or Coke. It just depended on that particular moment who was willing to partner with us. And at the time, I think that's under Pepsi, the Big Red stuff. Isn't it? Yeah. So we were with Pepsi at the time. And I remember getting Big Red, but then we got a bunch of Big Blues. I'm like, what is this Big Blue? And I tried it. I didn't like it. But I remember seeing it, noting it, but most people kind of had the same reaction I did, was like, ew, it doesn't taste like Big Red. It's kind of gross.
Big Red is definitely, it's one of you have to be in a mood. And I'm not going to lie, I just gave myself a serious hankering for some Big Red. But
Big Red tastes like bubble gum.
It does. Big Blue is just a little different. They're trying for like a blue raspberry, but also cream thing, and it doesn't really work. But yeah, Big Red was like the flavor that flashes me back to childhood most, I think.
And see, my version of that, because it wasn't really available in Maryland, but just south of me, Virginia, Carolinas, was the Cheerwine.
Oh, Cheerwine.
That was, I mean, once in a while it'd creep up into a liquor, like an old liquor store in Maryland or something, but mostly it was down Virginia and Carolinas and all that.
Yeah.
But to this day, I see a good Cheerwine. I'm like, yeah.
The one thing that makes me laugh is when you see like somebody like rocking a Big Red 0 sugar. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, that'd be me with the Cheer.
I know, but I mean, well, Cheerwine's different. Yeah. Big Red is like, you're not drinking this to quench your thirst.
Yeah.
If you see somebody on like a street corner on a hot summer day drinking a Big Red, that person probably is going to go commit suicide by cop.
You know what the perfect pairing for Big Red is? Big League Chew.
Dude, so many things came to mind. Catfish, fried chicken, potato salad. You know what? Big League Chew. Absolutely.
Perfectly well with
a slightly melted Snickers bar at a thrifty grocery store in Medill.
Yeah.
Whilst leaning on my bike hand.
Pretty much. I'm guessing we're going to be 0 for 2 today.
I think 0 for 2.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's do weather and then a commercial break, and then I'll powwow with Jocelyn here, and we will figure out an interview to play. So 8:19, we'll be back after this. Don't go away.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a stationary front over central New Mexico and a little bit of moist air available. Mix of sunshine and clouds, and some showers and thunderstorms may pop up this afternoon. We'll be in the mid-90s. Overnight, maybe a shower, a few clouds, and upper 60s. Pretty hot on Saturday, going into the upper 90s. Sunshine most of the day, maybe an afternoon shower, scattered showers Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select cans of Chef Boyardee pasta with meat are 4 for $5, and cans of chicken of the sea chunk light tuna in oil or water are 5 for $5. In produce, yellow or white peaches are $1.99 a pound, and super select cucumbers are 2 for $1. In the meat department, family packs of boneless chicken breasts are $1.99 a pound, and family of bone-in sirloin cut pork chops are $1.69 a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
The summer heat in New Mexico can put extra stress on your heart. Artesia General Hospital and our cardiology experts remind families, protect your heart while traveling and spending time outdoors. Stay hydrated, avoid strenuous activity during the hottest hours, and never ignore symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, or irregular heartbeat. Take medications as prescribed and keep them cool during travel. Dr. Luther Weathers, MD in Artesia, and Elizabeth Madison, ACNP in Carlsbad, specialize in comprehensive heart care, from high blood pressure and heart rhythm issues to preventive wellness. Don't wait until it's an emergency. Get checked and enjoy summer with peace of mind. For extra cardiology services close to home, trust Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with heart care you can count on.
Hey Roswell, store world-class savings on great selections of new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles during the summer sales event at Roswell Ford. Due to overwhelming success, employee pricing for all has been extended for a limited time. Hurry for your last chance to pay what we pay on our entire lineup of new Fords. Plus, your friends at Roswell Ford need your trade today, so we're willing to overpay, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, so you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV with massive savings. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with even more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Hurry in, trade, and upgrade, and get massive savings with employee pricing for all. We make it fast, fun, and easy to get on board at Roswell Ford. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Employee pricing excludes Raptor Series, 2026 Super Duties, Lariat Package, and up, 2025 and 2026 Transit Wagon. Standard exclusions and final pay units.
It's out of this world. The 2026 Roswell UFO Festival is on July 2nd through the 4th. A weekend packed with cosmic fun, unforgettable entertainment, and celebrations that are truly stellar. Thursday, look to the skies for an epic drone show. Then on Friday, suit up, beam in, and show off your best extraterrestrial style at the Costume Contest Parade. It all caps off on Saturday with the celebration of America's 250 and an amazing fireworks extravaganza. Find the Roswell UFO Festival on Facebook to learn more. The 2026 Roswell UFO Festival, July 2nd through the 4th. It's gonna be otherworldly. Attention, attention. They've done it again! For 3 years in a row, Roswell Hyundai is the #1 used car supercenter in New Mexico. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a super high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has one that fits your needs and your budget. So if you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, head for the #1 Used Car Supercenter in southeastern New Mexico 3 years straight. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, no, I'm growing like a bamboo. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and looks like we're going to miss our guest here. So we're going to play our interview we had on Wednesday. Brian Luck, superintendent for the Roswell Independent School District, joined us on Wednesday, give us an update on school board meeting and just talking a little bit about stuff with school, lunch, the meal programs, things like that. Just kind of an update on that. As soon as Jocelyn gets her in downloaded here, we'll get her going here. But while we wait for that, I do want to remind you that coming up, mark the 20th of June on your calendars. That is the day that Church on the Move is having their big celebrating America's 250th anniversary. They had not one but two big events happening that day. First thing off, they're going to have their annual Veterans Dinner. That's Saturday, June 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. That's going to be at the Church on the Move at the church there on Brasher. It's a special evening honoring our veterans, and they invite their families for a night of food, fellowship, and celebration. Veterans and immediate home family members up to 4 are invited for a free meal and evening of entertainment there. That's from 6 to 8. And then we want the whole community to head on out to the Cielo Grande Recreation Center because they're going to be doing their annual free fireworks and drone show. And this is going to be a big special one celebrating America's 250 here. And it is their One Nation Under God fireworks and drone show presented by Church on the Move. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be out at Cielo Grande. That usually starts right about 9 p.m. We will have the music and everything coinciding right here. We'll be doing live broadcasts out there leading up to the event that evening on the 20th. Out at Cielo Grande Park, but we would love to have everyone come on out there. It's an amazing fireworks and drone show. I know last year, I think they said for the first time ever, they shot fireworks off drones. It was pretty cool. There was a couple drones with I believe it was like an eagle soaring, and then some of the tail end of the eagle drones were shooting off fireworks to make it look like the eagle was kind of soaring like flames. It's pretty cool. But anyway, they're doing all kinds of stuff like that. So you don't want to miss this year's show. Again, it's June 20th, the Veterans Dinner, 6 to 8 p.m. at Church on the Move, and then the actual fireworks and drone show at Cielo Grande beginning about 9 p.m. that evening. Free events. Get on out there, have some fun, celebrate America here. You good to go, Jocelyn? I think, are you downloaded? Almost? Okay, I thought I saw your screen back up. I thought maybe it was up. So should I just go ahead and go? All right, yeah. Okay, well, the video, folks, we'll be getting it going here in just a second. But here is our interview with Brian Bird, Superintendent for the Roswell Independent School District. Enjoy. In the studio this morning from the Roswell Independent School District, Superintendent Brian Luck back with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
You're doing great. How about yourself?
Doing well.
I know you're not off work. I mean, all the teachers and all that are off work, but no, it's. I mean, you guys probably have a little less hours during the summer months, but the admin office is pretty much open all year round.
All year.
So if you got to go in there and do stuff, somebody be there.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a good time to take care of some of that stuff. We've got, had some people coming through the other day checking on their licenses and different things, and we're working on getting people hired for next year. And it's an interesting spot. I was telling somebody the other day, so it's kind of like I'm living in 2 years.
Yeah,
we're finishing up this last year and making your preps already for next year. I was talking to the board last night about some scheduling for some different things and retreats and things like that. And I said, okay, guys, I got 2 weeks, and I was able to account for every week between now and, dare I say, the start of school. And so it was kind of interesting. Everybody just was like, man, it's not that long. And I was like, no, it really isn't. But, if I worked a traditional 9 to 5 and I say you've got 4 weeks that are yours, I don't know, kind of works itself out, I guess.
Sure, absolutely there. But it is, I imagine, and it's a little, it does.
It's just nicer.
Yes. Sure, and it's just a mindset shift.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, there's not, a couple thousand kids in school right now. I don't have to
it's
have any
the
of
ebb
those
and
worries
flow.
right now.
It's the ebb and flow of our year and our town, and we talked about that, during that horrible time in our life with COVID, it's the shifting, got summer coming up and everybody kind of can change gears and get going on that. And even though the temperature really won't change when we do go back, you're back.
Right.
Things, it just turns everything over from season to season.
Absolutely. Before we talk a little bit about the meeting stuff, so any of the summer stuff that we do want to announce for like any of the food stuff or anything like that we...
You know what? Our cafeteria and our food services is just like last year.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if there was any changes or updates we needed to announce there.
No, the kicker with that for us right now, though, is the kids have to be there to get the food.
Yeah, they went back to that. I think they've been kind of going back and forth on that one, but that is, as of today, the official rule.
Right.
Student must be present to receive food.
Right, and you know what? I say this, knock on wood. I mean, we've been 2 weeks-ish into it, and I haven't had any calls, any complaints. And when you do, though, when you drive by and you see our ladies out there and they've got a little tent, and bless their hearts, I mean, you talk about being able to be resourceful and they can find shade at those things. It's going to be 104
Yeah,
today.
the next 2 days they're going to have they're going to be tricky, but
yeah, give them a little honk or something and a wave and be kind to them. I mean, they're out there and that's their job and they're very appreciative to do it and we're glad to have them do it.
The food service in really all of Chavez County is just amazing. Roswell Independent School District, Dexter Hageman, they do an amazing job too. They do amazing things and they do it in unique ways. Whenever they manage to still do farm to table. They manage to do what I mean. They do all these things on big volume that people were told they can't do or won't be able to do or this, and they do it. And then they say, well, we can't serve people during the summer. They're like, watch us, we'll do it. And they do it, and that's what they do.
Well, and it's interesting you said that, because last night our end of year items came up, and one of them was food services and bids, and the New Mexico grown program that the state has got out, and we received $90,000 in some subsidies for that, and it was interesting because one of the board members asked about that. They said, well, that's awesome. That's a lot of money. And Kim Meeks said, we spend at least double that on New Mexico grown products, and we will buy everything we can find, and even locally, we'll take everything, so as far as like you used to go to Graves or go to all these places, I mean, we would buy them out if we could. And if they want to just continue to produce more, we'll take
whatever you got.
every bit of what they've got, and it's so cool because we actually got the kids now that will, remember that, and they're like, well, last year we had watermelons from that one place, and they sure were good. And we're like, well, yeah, that was local, or cantaloupe, or fruit, or vegetables, and even the beef. I mean, we'll go local as much as possible, and we're proud and happy to do it.
Absolutely.
The food services, a lot of the businesses being local, and it felt good to look down there and just to see like 5 columns of names, and not only do you recognize the names because of the businesses, but you know the people that own them.
Well, and in the world that we live in, that your kids are getting real food at every meal.
Well, it's good
that they're at the school, and it's homemade. It's real food. It's locally grown, local as much as possible.
I say unfortunate. There's not a way around it. I mean, when you give me a set of standards that I have to cook by, I do it. That our cafeteria ladies and gentlemen have to cook by, it won't taste like what mom makes or what grandma makes, or even what you can make, But the difference is that it's always there. We're going to guarantee it, and they just do such a phenomenal job. But you can cut them a little out there,
if you can bring them an icy, or
I'll tell you what,
they would, towels or fans.
Well, and fanning. I think the biggest thing for them is just thank you and be polite. And if they ask you to do something, or if you have to wait a second, or just maybe roll with it and kind of cut them a little bit of slack, because again, it's already hot out there. I mean, walking up, I was just like, whew, it's going to be another one of those days.
And everyone knows when you're hot, you're cranky. Well, it's just, they go hand in hand. If you're hot, you're unpleasant, you're cranky. And so if everyone's a hot and unpleasant cranky, then
well,
turn down a little bit.
There is a time and a place for somebody to say, hey, how about we just knock this off?
Yep.
So, But thank them for that too.
Absolutely.
And other than that, we've got a lot of camps, and I say camps, our sports camps, basketball. We've got some football camps coming up. There's lots going on in town. I mean, as a parent, or a grandparent, or an aunt or an uncle, and you're watching somebody's kids, and there's all kinds of stuff to do. You just get out there. I mean, y'all's web pages, the links that you have on there are phenomenal. The newspaper, a great resource as far as finding that out too.
Absolutely.
And we encourage. I've had a lot of people say, well, do you get mad at this group for doing this or this group for doing that? And I said, are they servicing kids? And they're like, well, yeah. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
That kind of a mindset doesn't stop for us over the summer.
Well, and all kids have different interests, and so you're going to have a group of kids that are going to be gravitated to this activity or another, and next activity, and that's all good. And that's, at the end of the day, we're all trying to show as much stuff to these kids to say, hey, is this something that you're into, and this can be your future, whether it's through sports or through science or through whatever the camp is.
Well, it's been interesting for us. Our summer reading program is going again this year. This is our second year that we've just said, you know what, and not that I hate to use the term summer school, but we just needed a break. The way we were conducting it, it wasn't producing. It just wasn't, and that's okay. It shouldn't have, the way we were putting it together. So we stepped back and said, let's make the most use of our finances that we can, and two, let's honor our teachers and their time. And so we partnered up with the state with the Science of Reading. So we've got some things going for that for our elementary kids. there is the Governor's Challenge, which is in partnership. And I know Dr. Powell was in here yesterday and talked a little bit about that. Thank you for not making me follow Dr. Powell, because I can't compete with that man, no way, shape, form, or fashion. But
of course, I was getting him in trouble yesterday.
You got him in trouble yesterday. I did note that in my deal. I was like, okay, let's stay away from that topic. Yes,
I couldn't help it. It just, I was like, it's there. I got to do this.
I don't normally get to watch your show, but for whatever reason yesterday, I was actually watching that one. And I was just like, well, this will be interesting. But that is in conjunction with the New Mexico National Guard. I talked with Mr. Edwards, board president.
Yeah.
He's active with the Guard too, and talking about the different people with the Guard that are going to be here to help with that. What a neat deal. They had a photo that they showed last night. Ms. Cole had a presentation, and they were over at the Institute. I think it was last week, and I don't know if they got to do the ropes course or what it was, but there was a large group of them there on the front there at the Pearson Auditorium, and just a neat thing. So don't hesitate.
Absolutely.
I believe most of the things that I just talked about it's too late as far as getting our kids enrolled in them now. But come next summer, we're always looking for more things to do. And,
absolutely.
Like I said, we don't really quit. We just kind of slow down here and there. And then the way our sports have worked recently with being able to have contact with our athletes pretty much anytime we want to, as far as basketball and football, and we've started up 7-on-7s will kick over here pretty darn quick.
I'm about to say, the off season's really on season. They're constantly you said, the football will be doing 2 days before we know it here.
And social media, and I hate to plug that kind of stuff, but I know Roswell High was at a tournament the other day. Their boys were. The girls, I've signed all kinds of leave forms for them to go and do things. Goddard's girls, they've got a camp coming up, and they've been at tournaments. Goddard boys, I believe, are participating in the I-25 League, so I think we should have just moved them to Albuquerque for this month because they're always there. You've got off-season different things going on, and then your mid-school kids. So, like, if you're a 7th grader or an 8th grader and you're there, and there's physical information online. I don't believe we've done any major changes to our physical form, so go ahead and get those. Get your doctor's appointment scheduled up, and there's lots to do.
Sure,
enjoy your time off, but there's a lot to do right now.
And I know this year for folks, I think the Health Council and everything, because they're going to have their health expo they do every year at the mall, and this year it'll actually line up, so it'll be before school starts, so you can get those shots, and of course they do their school supplies and all that, but they'll have some resources to help you get that kind of stuff, your shot records and what have you for school if you need it too.
Right.
So.
And I kind of laugh, not publicly, but I kind of laugh when we'll put out immunization clinics and different things that are coming up, and I'll always tell my nurse, Katie McLean, I'll say, okay, look, at the top of this, make sure that you put nothing is new here. We have no new regulations. This is the way we've been going to school for 100 years here, and this is the requirements that we have. And there's ways around or out of those things, but we're going to require that you do those. But
sure.
And it's again, it's part of it. You've got kids that are this age. This is what we need to be doing, and that kind of a thing.
Well, we can think about political debates and stuff, but at the end of the day, there's enough science and out there to prove that the vaccinations they're there, and for the community health and the health and safety of your kids, this is what the rules are. So
well, that's what we've done.
Yep.
Again, like I said,
it's been like that since we were kids, and you were kids, and I were kids, and it's going to be probably that way when your kids are grandparents. So,
ironically, if we're doing anything right now, it's maybe a little less than what was done. My sister had the little, was it the
the scar from the smallpox vaccination?
I believe so.
Yeah,
and didn't have to do that, and our kids don't even have a clue what that is.
Yeah,
and so
you're a certain age and you see a little thing on. It's a smallpox thing. Yeah.
So again, ironically things have gotten better when it comes to that.
Our parents had it.
Yes, they did. They did.
Brian, our parents had.
There we go.
We were probably the first generation not to have it.
I did not.
I didn't either.
My sister's 3 years older than me.
I think you are about the first generation that did not have to deal with that.
Yep. Well, and you know,
or they got it in a different form. We got smallpox with different.
Well, and you have again, we've advanced, and that's okay. So, but thank you for touting that. And you know, if you do get any information on that, don't hesitate. Reach out to us, and we'll get it on our page.
Good deal. Yeah.
And again, the webpage for us is a labor of love and hate. Because so many things that have happened over the course of the years, and we've talked about this with our technology guys, and I'm sure you guys see this too. One letter or one period off in a space in a domain, and when somebody goes to look for something, and then they call us and they're like, "Well, this school has a principal that retired 22 years ago," and I'm like, "Well, what did you go to?"
Yeah.
Well, I typed in this, and I'm like, "Well, I can't replicate what you did. I just know if you go to our webpage,
right,
this is what you're going to find." And we're doing everything we can to try to update that. But we don't have somebody that's their sole responsibility. You know, I mean, we're trying to make every dollar count.
Absolutely.
And as we find glitches or different things that are wrong or outdated, you know, that lives in perpetuity there. So looking to, you know, update that as
like
much
all
as
of us
possible.
have a MySpace page out there somewhere, you know, something. I mean,
It's
even though you
there.
looked at it 12 years, 20 years.
Somewhere out there. Well, and you know, you're messing around and you've got, I don't like that Twitter handle.
Right.
Or I don't like this or I don't like that, but that stuff doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's
still there.
somewhere. It's
Yep.
somewhere, and somebody, if they find it, you know, okay. So, some things from last night's board meeting, if we could.
Yeah.
We had a long one last night. Went about 3.5, 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
And just did business. There wasn't anything crazy, nothing wonky that went into this.
Well, and I know you're pretty much done budget stuff other than just signing final things maybe for approvals and all
Mr.
that.
Sexton had so we've submitted the budget.
Yeah.
And Mr. Sexton did his final presentation last night, did a really good job. Had about 16 slides and just really dumbed it down for me. And it was very understandable. Talked about how our dollars come into us and how a kid doesn't make a unit, and it was very, very informative, but very transparent. And that's one of the things that I've, you know, from the moment I got here, I was like, I have nothing to hide. And besides that, even if I did, y'all are going to find it.
Right.
You know, I said, why would I? Why would I look to do that? We've, you know, our budget has grown steadily over the course of the years, just like most everybody else's. And we can account for every dollar. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very blessed to have the staff that maintains that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very blessed to have a board that says that's how it shall be.
Sure.
And so it makes it really nice at the end of the day. Don't have to worry about those kinds of things. But did get that passed right there at the very end. Had Sidney Gutierrez's budget update, same thing. They're a charter school for us, so we have to give off the blessing with theirs as well.
Right.
But that had all gone through their local board entity, and did that. Did talk a little bit about Labor Day 2026 weekend, grand opening of Nancy Lopez Elementary School. Oh my goodness! Wait till you see this thing.
Nice.
It is beautiful. And some of the events that we've got planned, Miss Lopez will be here.
I was about to say, I've heard rumors,
Yes.
but I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't know if that was how out the bag that was.
Well, I'll tell you what, I just said it, and we're very fortunate. A lot of planning to pull that off, and that will be all that I'm going to speak to. Is we're going to have her there and dedicate the building. And we'll have the kids will have been in it almost a full month by that time.
Hey kids, if you want to know who it is, go see the newest Happy Gilmore movie. She has a cameo in it.
She does. Well, and that is part of it too. Sometimes you just think that things have always been the way they are right now, and so we're going to do a little bit of work with some of our high school athletes.
Cool.
As far as educating them on the fact that not too very long ago. It wasn't always like this.
Yeah.
And that she was so paramount in changing that.
Right. Her she blazed a trail for you guys.
She didn't just blaze it. I mean, she knocked over every mountain to get to it. So very excited about that. Talked a little bit about our data. Had some test score presentations with Mr. Bewley, got up there, did some of that. And again, same thing to the transparency. We are what we are. And although we're not happy with some of the things that have come out, I am very happy with the work that we're putting into it and look forward to moving our district forward. So, had some some crankiness pop up out on the internet a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, yeah, I know that. Thanks for highlighting that for me. But, obviously our math scores aren't what they need to be, and we're working on that. We've got a brand new curriculum that's coming in with our elementary schools next year, and we've had some really good success. Does that mean that I'm going to give a fourth grader a new book, a new curriculum, and immediately they're going to start scoring 45 points higher than where they were? No, they're not. But if I can move them, and again, that's my goal. If you really want to be cranky with Brian or the district, it's are we regressing? And right now we're not.
All right.
But excited about that. Again, Mr. Bewley, great job with that. A little bit of talk. Our student information system. We've been on something called Power School. So like our Power Teacher, Power Parent Portal. We're shifting over to an entity called Synergy.
Okay.
And at first, everybody was the sky.
I love these buzzword company names. But
yeah. Well, and the sky was falling, boy, and everybody was freaking out. And then we did a little bit of research into it. Albuquerque uses it. Rio Rancho uses it. Las Cruces uses it. And
turns out, got a good track record.
Turns out the sky is not falling, but it'd be different. So we'll talk a little bit more about some of the changes as we get into the nuances of that.
But there'll maybe be a bit of a learning curve for some people.
A little bit. And Mr. Braggs did a really neat presentation last night and kind of reassured the board that it's like buying a new car. And
it's got some new features.
but also having the options to say, okay, don't turn on all of this just yet. Let us figure out how to get from point A to point B, and then we'll start turning some of this other stuff on as we get there. So
if we can permanently keep that thing off that turns the engine off at stoplight,
all you got to do is put your trailer light in there, and it'll go off.
Okay. So. But that thing permanent.
Yeah, I agree.
Whoever designed that one needs to be. I'm sorry, fire that guy. That guy was a bad idea.
I don't like that either. I won't lie. I don't like that either. But also had a really good facilities update. Sean Benedict came in, and so the questionnaire that came out was the top 10 things that we need to fix in the district. And so I have a document here in front of me that's probably about 25 pages. And I said,
was it David Letterman style?
Kind of. I said, Sean, your 10 did not make 10. It looks more like, and he says, he says, you can't really look at it like that. He said, it's more of a system still. So we talked about the HVAC systems and the roofs and the different things. And one of the things that I wanted to highlight is our grounds team and our irrigation team and turf and outdoors. And I'm trying to find some of the numbers that Sean has in here as far as how many acres of facilities that they maintain over the district.
I'm sure it's a crazy number.
It's incredible as far as what they're able to do. And then you go into that's usually the crew that we pull off for cleaning the wool bowl or getting the Brenham ready for a soccer game or striping the fields, the practice fields at the football fields or the soccer fields or different things like that. And hats off to those guys. And I do want to kind of live here for just a second. So did graduations and got all that done. And we've been pretty blessed. And it's kind of a dang moment, but we have celebrations. And so when we do our graduations and we've allowed the confetti cannons and the poppers and the you name it. And it's been a fun time. I don't know really where we're going with that because I also know that we're getting close to almost out of hand as far as the mess that it makes.
Sure.
And it does make for a hard time whenever our guys have worked, 5-6 hours and we get a good windstorm that comes in right after it and it finds every ounce of that confetti that we couldn't get to and it blows it out into people's property. And that's a tough one. So we're working on it. Obviously everybody says, well, just ban it. Just ban that stuff.
Yeah, but you don't want to be the party pooper either. Well, you want people to enjoy it. So what do we find the balance here?
Well, and my thing is I've got a family, and it's maybe a mythical family, but I mean you've got a family that's worked really hard, and they've for 12 years they've participated, they've been active in the school, they've done fundraisers, they've monitored and done everything that we've asked, and we get them to that moment, and they're trying to enjoy it, and yet again, I don't want it to be just one more thing that's a downside to it. So we're working on it. I will say that I don't know quite 1,000% what the middle ground is. I know what both sides are looking for, but I will say this too. I mean,
We got to find something that's biodegradable or something. That
It's
just
there.
goes, yeah.
We've actually had people say, "Why don't you use this?" And I'm just like, "Okay, so now I'm going to sell this stuff." And then I'm just like, "Fundraiser, here we go."
I'm about to say, booster clubs.
Well, and you know, those two events, my Roswell graduation, my Goddard graduation, minus a Goddard Artesia or a Goddard Roswell football game, or Roswell Artesia football game too. Those three big games, that place was full. I mean, we had close to 9,000 people in that venue, and it was neat. Now, I will say this too. The moment that first hat hit the ground, I was out the north gate.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Next year might be a little different. I got one graduating, but I was trying to get that.
It is rough.
Yeah. And we're going to work on that.
But I will tell you this. It is nothing compared to what I went through up in Albuquerque. I had my niece graduate, and they did her graduation. She graduated from El Dorado, and they did theirs at the Tingley Coliseum.
Oh, wow.
And after the graduation, we literally were stuck in our parking spot for an hour. Like, literally couldn't move out the spot for an hour. It was so gridlocked for a whole. I mean, it was the get out of there was almost as long as the actual graduation itself.
Well,
it was that bad.
You think things are coming, and you don't know, but I kind of had thought that the people coming out on the field and the early birds that want to get out and it might have helped alleviate some of the congestion. I got tickled. Coach Lynn had posted that he didn't care who he voted for, but as long as they could help him get out of graduation sooner, the parking lot, something like that. I just kind of laughed, and I was just like, well, we'll work on that too. And there's always an ebb and flow with that. But
sure.
You put almost 360 kids across the stage and leave an unlimited number of people that can attend that thing. I'll take that.
Absolutely.
2 nights a year, yeah, I'll take that.
Yep.
So, I mean, what a problem to have.
Absolutely. And people always say, well, they kind of used to get on us about video. And it's like, well, now people are like, well, I don't think I'll be a problem. But
it was interesting at first. We were kind of concerned. Now it's taken its place. And what it does is the people that need to be, want to be, will be. And you'll get a few that won't. They'll just say, well, I'll just watch it on video.
Sure.
And that's going to be okay.
And I get it. You have family in Texas and Oklahoma and what have you, and maybe they're not able to come down.
Well, and the graduation, I mean, I remember where that started, and it fit just like a glove for us since then. But the other thing too is we had, like I said, almost 9,000 people in that stadium, and you still videoed it.
Yeah.
Live stream.
I'll say it's not hurting the numbers as far as attendance
goes.
Yeah,
no. Granted, it was free.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was really, really nice, and I did get to visit with the crew a little bit. I had a couple people that showed up that needed a little bit of VIP treatment and some special care, and ran into your crew up there at the top. And again, I hope your guys get a much needed and well deserved break and a rest.
They're resting right now.
Well, good.
They'll be firing up for fair season here in about a month. But yeah.
Well,
yeah, they'll because believe it or not, you would be amazed at how many people tune into a swine show at the Chaves County Fair or Eddy County Fair or Eastern New Mexico State.
Well, and I may be the different one, but there are days that I'll be at the office and I'm like, let's just put it on. Let's see what's on.
Yeah.
I'll roll through your program or different things like that, or you go through it and I'll look and I'll be like, hey, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
And I'll go back and watch it. Or if you have a kid or somebody, or they say, hey, did you see that? And you go, hang on, let me go back and take a look at that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what a service you guys are providing. And we've thanked you, and I can't thank Gene and the team enough for that.
We're appreciative of that work that you guys do to help us make it happen and all that too. Because without that partnership, it doesn't happen. Without, I don't know how many times, we have Britt Cooper helping, making sure we got everything we need at the Wool Bowl or one of the gyms or anything like that. I mean, it's just, it's a partnership. We are so thankful that you guys work with us, and we're glad to help in any way we can on that side.
What's interesting when we go north and they don't.
Yeah.
And or can't or aren't. And, our fans will, some of them are nice about it, but most of them aren't. And, why can't, and how come? And you're just like, because we can't. And that's what the answer is. And how about you say thanks to the group that does?
Yeah.
And recognize that is the case. And I get a kick out of the broadcasting. So some of the local, some of the southern schools have put in fixed cameras, and we'll live stream it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, cool, they're going to live stream it. And it's like, yeah, but it's basically one view, and you can't zoom in on it, and there's no commentary to it. And with the guys that you have with Chris and Art and Kelly, and there's a connection, and they see the kids in the hall.
I was say they know the kids.
Yeah,
and
that makes it neat.
Yeah.
That makes it really neat, and you can hear it in them, and they're excited to do it, and they they live and die for the success of the kids, and and that's neat too.
And that's why we like having the coaches and these guys doing that. Yeah. I mean, I can talk radio, but I don't know the kids like those guys know the kids. And so that's why we have them do it. I can't see either. That'd be the other thing is you want me calling a game, and I'm like, I think that was our guy. I can't tell. I can't tell the number's a 6 or a 7. I don't know.
That usually tends to be a requirement.
Yeah,
you have an idea.
I can't see half the things going on out there. So.
No, and it was interesting at like state baseball this year, where you had Joby over with the softball, and Henry and I apologize, I can't remember the gentleman's name from Artesia, but I had a lot of people compliment and said, hey, that was so cool that they did that like that, because you got both perspectives.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I wasn't listening to the game, but cool, thank you. That's awesome. Make sure you shoot him a text, shoot him an email, something about that.
And when we get and just pull back the curtain, because the softball particularly can be so crazy with the playoffs. We don't know. We're just like, we don't know what today's going to be. It could be literally, we could be here all. And so, Henry and all those guys did a really great job of just kind of being where they can be when they had to be. And I don't know how many times I'd be talking with Joby or Henry, those guys on the phone. All right, we're here. Okay, this and that. And
I just loved your okay, guys, today. It could be this, or it could be that, or you know what? It could be nothing. And I was like, gosh, that logic is phenomenal. Why didn't I think of that?
That's kind of how it rolls. It does here. But I know we're running short on time, and
I'm good. No, I'm good.
Is there anything else we need to cover here?
No, just invite everybody to have a good summer. Take some much-needed time and reconnect and just enjoy your time with your families.
Absolutely.
Do want to shoot out a quick plug for Juliana Halverson. I am a part of the committee for the America 250 deal, and she's probably listening right now saying, he doesn't even go to the meetings. But the work that they're doing, the flags and all the...
They'll be on next Wednesday. I thought they were coming on today, but it's next Wednesday.
Well,
I got to...
They are doing a ton of work.
Yeah.
And it is a labor of love, and I'll get in there and I'll hear different things, and I'm like, do we have a budget for this? And no. And I'm like, but yet stuff still keeps happening. So hats off to the team that's working with that. But I did want to shoot that out, because coming in the mornings and you go by the
flags,
that's so
Pioneer
cool.
Plaza.
That is so neat.
It is cool.
So neat.
It's kind of nice to get you in a little
patriotic.
Yeah, it's a different pep in your step kind of thing.
Well, again, it's that season.
It is the season.
It is that season.
There you go. Well, Brian, as always,
thank you.
Very well. Enjoy a little bit of downtime here before we fire back up. And anything else we can do, as always, don't hesitate to reach out.
Likewise.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a stationary front over central New Mexico and a little bit of moist air available. Mix of sunshine and clouds, and some showers and thunderstorms may pop up this afternoon. We'll be in the mid-90s. Overnight, maybe a shower, a few clouds, and upper 60s. Pretty hot on Saturday, going into the upper 90s. Sunshine most of the day, maybe an afternoon shower, scattered showers Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Celebrate America 250 at the Great American Block Party. Saturday, July 4th, 6 to 8:30 p.m. at Cielo Grande Park in Roswell, with live music featuring the New Mexico National Guard 44th Army Band. Games, activities, and fun for all ages. Lots of food and even a few sweet surprises. Then when the sun goes down, we light up the night sky with an amazing fireworks extravaganza. Tell your friends and family, then come make memories that'll last a lifetime. Search for Roswell 250 on Facebook to learn more. The Great American Block Party. Saturday, July 4th, 6 to 8:30 p.m. at Cielo Grande Park in Roswell.
The great one, Mark Levin, is now in Roswell on 106.5 KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump says it could be signed as soon as this weekend, a deal with Iran to end the war, fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and guarantee that Iran will not get a nuclear weapon.
We have a signing soon, and the documents are in pretty final shape, so we'll see. We'll see. Very good. Should be done. That should be done pretty quickly. They want it every bit as much as everybody else wants.
The president speaking at the White House after calling off plans to attack Iran again, possibly seizing Karg Island.
President Trump is discussing why he believes Iran is now more willing to reach an agreement.
They've taken a pounding like very few people could take, and they want to make the deal a lot more than I do. We could have had it done the other way, I guess, but it would have taken longer. They got hit very hard recently, as you know, and I don't like to have to do things that way, but I felt it was necessary. It's a great deal for the United States and for the Middle East, and I think ultimately great for Iran because they'll be able to build up their country and other country.
Willie Nelson, the White House.
FISA is about to expire. That law allowing the U.S. to gather intelligence overseas runs out at midnight after congressional lawmakers left town without extending it. Cleanup getting underway following violent storms at battered parts of the Midwest. The Mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast took a pounding as well. The Midwest, though, really got slammed with multiple tornadoes, including several confirmed tornadoes just outside of Chicago. More severe weather is possible today. History-making day on Wall Street. Elon Musk's SpaceX makes its debut on the NASDAQ exchange. And on Wall Street, the Dow is up 522 points, while the NASDAQ Composite Index trading 106 points higher. The S&P is up 47. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Former South Korean President Yoon sentenced to 30 years in prison for a drone flight, number of them over North Korea's capital city, Pyongyang. The BBC's Jay Kwan is in Seoul.
The tension between two Koreas shot up in 2024 after a drone dropped leaflets over North Korean capital. It was the former president who sent the drone expecting Pyongyang to strike back, the judge said. He wanted a military clash to justify a martial law planned later the same year. But Pyongyang did not strike, and Yoon declared martial law 2 months later. Yoon's defense minister and his military intelligence commander were also convicted and given 30 and 15 years in prison term.
Thousands of Puerto Ricans are struggling with water shortages so severe that the governor of the U.S. territory has activated the National Guard, and emergency responders are fielding calls every day. Officials have not publicly pinpointed the cause of the water shortage. News and analysis, townhall.com. The Trump Kennedy Center's Board of Governors mounting a last-minute bid to keep Mr. Trump's name on the iconic Performing Arts Center before today's court-ordered deadline to remove it.
The board voted Thursday to seek a stay of U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper's May 29th ruling that said Trump's name was illegally added to the Kennedy Center. The formal request was filed late Thursday. Cooper ruled that only Congress could institute a change to the Kennedy Center's name and ordered references to Trump to be removed by Friday. He also blocked the administration from closing the cultural center and arts venue for major renovations that had been planned to start in July and last for 2 years. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
The U.S. Supreme Court has declined to allow Alabama to use nitrogen gas to execute a man. The justices refusing to lift an injunction blocking the state from carrying out the nation's 9th execution by that method. They declined to set aside lower court findings that it is unconstitutional. More on these stories at
the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes. Welcome to it.
Made it to it. A little overcast this morning. We do have a chance of rain this afternoon.
I will take any chance for overcast weather we can get.
After the last 2 days, you betcha. But if I go according to the National Weather Service, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's our rain window.
So our winder. So,
did I say it?
And it's also, for those who are interested, day 2 of World Cup coverage.
I think U.S. plays today, don't they?
I believe, yes. Matter of fact, we've got 3 games slated today. America's in Group D, by the way. 12:30, it is Canada versus Bosnia-Herzegovina. 4 p.m., it is just actually a FIFA Daily Show. And then, this evening, it's Team USA versus Paraguay at 6:30.
All right.
And you can catch those games in Espanol over on our sister station, La Pantera 106.1.
Well, good news is if you don't speak Spanish, you'll know when they score.
Yeah. you'll hear it.
Yes, you will.
You will definitely know when they score.
Is that guy still around? I mean, I got to imagine probably not the original guy, but
I imagine there's, there's like Michael Buffer's got Bufferites.
Right.
I think there's his brother. There's, the Showtime guy, whoever he is.
Legendary sportscaster Andres Cantor, famous for his iconic prolonged "Gol," is still alive. He continues his work as lead soccer play-by-play announcer for Telemundo Deportes, preparing to cover major soccer tournaments.
Well, I imagine you might hear him in a game or two during the World. I don't know who's doing the coverage of the World Cup for us, but I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
It's a
exactly
major, Telemundo might be it. I don't know.
It's FIFA. It's the FIFA people.
But like who brings the FIFA to might be Telemundo.
I gotta say, of all of the sports championship trophy, whatever's, I like the FIFA World Cup one. I think maybe the most, just because it's so. I mean, it's complex with the design, but it's so simple because it's just all the one piece. Like the World Series trophy, it looks like I'm going to break it carrying it back to the clubhouse. There's just so many little intricate parts and little flagpoles and stuff. Stanley Cup looks, I'm just going to be honest with you. Having this gigantic body and that little cup, it's
the greatest trophy of all time.
It just looks odd.
It's the greatest trophy of all time.
I'm not arguing.
It's got the best history.
Okay.
It's got the best lineage. It's just
aesthetically, it's not.
Well, the cup is actually just the cup.
I know. But then there's this gigantic body of previous winners that just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And so,
but if you ever go to the Hockey Hall of Fame, because they replace those out every 3 years, like the cup's not changing size. It's still that. But as those tiers fill up, they retire the tier. It goes to the Hall of Fame, and then they replace the tier with the next one. So if you go to the Hall of Fame, you can see all the tiers of the cup since its inception. That's why the Stanley Cup is the. It's got the most stories. And there's only one cup. Unlike Super Bowls.
Right.
There's multiple of those like teams get them.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches have them. They ain't but one cup,
right?
And you get it, and you only get it while you're a champ, and then you got to give that bad boy up.
And I can appreciate that. It's the cup itself is the fact that there's just the one. I can definitely appreciate that, but it also, I've seen some vile things happen to in and around that cup.
Oh yeah, there's stories. It's fallen out of cars. It's landed in pools. Various things were eaten out of it.
So many things have been drank out of it. Probably never washed.
Like, for instance, I know when Washington won the cup, that thing sat in the fountain in LaFont Plaza with Ovechkin and everything else. They were literally dancing around in the plaza with us.
And I know
in the fountain.
how hockey players are with not only just tradition, but also what do you call them? Habits, like force of habits. Like, they're not going to wash that cup if that's the cup that they won. They're going to, whatever gunk was in there before, stays in there.
No, they clean. Like, it's like it's like when you get the cup and you have the cup, but there's the cup handlers. And these guys are the white gloved dudes in the suits, and everywhere that cup goes, when it changes hands, the white suit, the white gloved dudes are come out.
I've seen that in other sports, the white glove service.
Yeah.
But they're very superstitious. They got certain routines.
Oh yeah. Hockey people are the most superstitious.
Oh, 100%.
But I remember when the Stanley Cup made an appearance on the Howard Stern show in the 90s. Mark Messier was on as a guest, and it's when they won the cup, and the Rangers won the cup, and he brought the cup with him. And this is so old, Jackie the Joke Man Martling was still on there.
Wow.
And Jackie Joke Man secretly put this, he made a fake duty in there. It was ice cream or pudding or something, but it all, and then they ate out of it. It was a whole thing.
Wow. That cup's been through a lot. If you could talk, it would scream.
Yeah, there's countless players of them with selfies eating cereal out of it. It's just a thing.
Speaking of hockey, did you hear about what happened in New York? I think either last week or over the weekend.
Maybe
they held it was for charity, obviously, but it was a NYPD versus FDNY hockey game.
Oh, cool.
Apparently, this is a yearly thing they do. It's like, tug of war, whatever.
All right.
Tensions.
Things got out of hand.
Are so high. The NYPD is not a popular organization, not only with the people, but also with other organizations. Like the fire department talks mad smack about NYPD. So tensions were high going into this thing.
Yeah.
A play went kind of wonky. A fire department player lightly pushed an NYPD officer, and that led to a bench clearing brawl. Fire department versus NYPD on the ice, just sticks, gloves, and shirts. It was crazy.
Now that's a hockey game.
That was, not a good play had been pulled off yet. It was like 9 seconds into the game.
And those are some of the most exciting games to go to.
Bench clearing. It was amazing.
I miss the days of the bench clears. The NHL and all that, they pretty much penalized it out of existence. Like, it is so... In the NHL right now, if you do a bench clearing brawl, it's so expensive.
Oh, I can imagine. Every player gets fined plus the owner.
Well, they do. No, how it works is they literally say the first guy off the bench gets a fine, then the coach gets a fine. The second player gets a fine, the coach gets another fine.
Oh, wow.
So at the end of the day, the coach gets fined out of existence. Because the coach is the guy that says get out there usually when he does that. And so around the mid-'80s, they incorporated that, and the way of the bench cleared. But I'll remember... When I was a kid, I got to go to a minor league hockey game in Binghamton, New York. And it was the Binghamton Whalers against the Cape Breton Oilers. And we got there before the game. As you would. You want to get your good seats. You want to see the players warm up. I get out there, watch them warm up. They start a bench clear. Like, literally, they're doing the warm-ups. And all the players just in their circles shoot. And somebody started jawing. The refs weren't even out there yet. They started jawing at center ice, and next thing you know, the warm-ups turned into a 12-man battle royale in the middle. I was like, it's going to be a good game.
Man, I'll tell you, there is something to, and Letterkenny does, and Shoresy to a greater extent, does a great job of giving you a glimpse of to what it's like between the players on the ice. Just the chirping that goes back and forth, and nice haircut, bud.
Oh yeah,
they got that in men's.
Oh yeah, John is part of hockey.
Just nonstop. But that's part of the
game. And they
game.
speak their own language. Hockey players.
And then the newfies. I'll try to find the video of that brawl because it's. I
want to see that. Yeah.
Just apropos of nothing. They're just like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. Oh, the hockey was great in the 80s when that's I remember he was coach. His name was Jim Schoenfeld, and he was head coach of the Devils and the Capitals at one time. And there was a referee. His name was what was his name? I can't remember the ref's name, but he was kind of a Don Koharski, I think it was. He was one of the major known refs in the league.
Right.
And they got in a whole argument. It was in front of the cameras and everything. And you heard Shoney go, "Hey, Koharski, go have yourself another donut, you fat pig." And he got suspended for like 3 games for that one. But it was all like right there on national TV and everything. It was amazing. It's like, what a great time to be alive.
You went Shoresy voice when you said that, too. That was great. But like after the fact, like spokespeople and representatives were trying to like PR the whole situation with the brawl. And it was funny because like a recent poll was like a confidence in / like your like how do you feel about this department?
Yeah.
The FDNY, the fire department, scored like 89% approval. It was like 12% approval for the NYPD.
Well, that's always true. Everyone loves the fire department.
But
Everyone
the
hates
best
the police
part
department.
was a spokesman for the organization said NWA didn't write a song called F the Fire Department.
All I'm saying, well, I mean, let's even like in 9/11, you know what I mean? Like the fire department. I mean, they
first responders.
They are heroes. Every time they show up, they ain't arresting people. And
They're saving lives.
By nature, they're going to be beloved. So, and plus firefighters, no, cops are too, but they're goofballs by nature.
They're
I mean, you got to be a
goofy
little bit this way to get that the sense of humor on both sides. It's military's the same way. Sense of humor in first responder, any of that. Is dark.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
It's dark. Yeah. It's dark humor.
When your brain and your body and your soul gets taken to dark places, your humor has to also.
Yeah.
In order for it to keep up.
Like I will tell you this: all you people our age that grew up in the 80s and 90s and had your whatever you had back that everyone would blow their skirt up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Take that times 10, and that's a conversation in probably in a military or first responder only room. That's all I'm saying. But I always say when I was in the Air Force and we were doing the arming jets before they take off, when you ride around the little blue truck, and we just sit in that truck for hours, circling, waiting for pilots to show up to arm jets, and we'd just be sitting back there, and there's a lot of conversation going on in the back of that truck.
Whole point is just to try to make everybody laugh.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I see memes online all the time. It's like many decisions were just solved in the back of this truck. Because it's universal. That blue truck, any maintenance guy, it didn't matter if you're weapons, the avionics guys, crew chiefs, they all had the truck, and things were said in the truck.
What happens in trucks stays in truck.
And
Actually, probably gets worked out in therapy later.
Oh, well, that's now. 20 years later, now they're in there, or angrily upsetting their family while they won't stop talking, that stuff.
All that fun hullabaloo.
Is our guest here?
We might be 3 for 3.
Are we 0 for 3 today?
I do not see anybody.
Man, I'm the Babe Ruth of shows today.
I know. The salt and the SWAT.
Do I smell? What's going on?
Great Grand Slambino over here.
Did I fart?
Did I fart?
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to come up with something else here. But, man. She hasn't started yet, I don't think. But Kim and I have been watching the Dutton Ranch.
Oh, yeah.
The new one's out today, by the way.
Good.
It's getting the last episode got good.
Yeah.
Like for the first time, I'm like, ooh, what's going to happen next? Like I think they finally have built up enough story,
character development,
and you're now starting to see where this is heading. And that's where I was like, okay, now I smell what the Duttons cooking.
Dutton boys are cooking.
By the way, I'm liking this way more than the Marshall Show.
Yeah.
Marshall Show was all right, but because it's a CBS show as opposed to a Paramount Plus show, I'm not saying they don't. There's not.
No, I get it. There's not as much gratuitous sex.
But I think the storyline's a little too. I don't know if it's commercial break. I don't know what it is. It's just like they button up the episodes a little too neat on primetime TV versus a Paramount Plus show or something. Like, they're going to end you on something that you're like, I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean?
Network TV tends to play things safe.
Right.
Like regardless of, even if you're like trying to be like the risk taker.
Right.
They tend to play it safe because network has to be more grounded for sure.
Well, and I think that it's the trope, whereas, network TV, yes, for a season you're going to have one ongoing problem, but each episode has its mini problem that gets solved. And with Paramount Plus or Netflix in these worlds, there is still that, but it's not always the case.
Sure.
And sometimes they'll leave you right in the middle of a thing, and then the show ends, and then rather than put it in a neat bow, you're picking up right where they left off on the next thing,
Right.
A la Walking Dead with Negan and how they did, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
What? And it literally, the next season, you're like, they're doing, it's like right where you picked up, where you paused it, went to the bathroom, and came back almost.
Which generally means they shot like the whole thing all at once.
Probably.
And then they just broke it up episodically for the.
But you never see that on network. And so Marshall suffers from that, where they have to give a story with it. There is the ongoing story, but you got to give the 9 o'clock crew with the bow at the end. So to tune in next week and so whereas I don't think the Dutt Ranch follows that formula as much, which makes the show better to me.
I don't know why that reminded me, but you just said reminded me of this. But do you remember the old school show Soap?
Yep.
From back in the day. That show was the best, with the narrator of capping off the episode and also the tune in next week, because it was always like 3 things that were never gonna happen.
Right.
Is Lori finally gonna get her dog back?
Yeah.
Tune in next week, and it just never happened.
Sure. Well,
But
that was
those are
the
always-
soap opera trope back in the day. They literally with the stab organ stabs. Will Bonnie find love?
Ding, ding.
Will Don murder his romantic partner or move on? Will the aliens attack the cemetery? What? That's when they get some of the soap operas, because I remember, even the one you watch, Kim, I'm like, how do these people live in this little town? Now they're on a deserted island. Like the week before, they were kidnapped in a castle in Europe. What is going on with this family?
Sometimes you gotta think before you make decisions.
Why is there so much kidnapping?
As you end up in a castle in Europe.
I thought this was a hospital show.
In college, I watched Days of Our Lives, and there was one character's been on forever.
Yeah.
And she got possessed by a demon.
Nice.
See, it just gets crazy, their storylines. Very unrealistic.
My soap operas aren't believable. This upsets me.
Well, in fairness, and I mean this with all due respect,
Sure.
the median age of a soap opera watcher is about 80 years old. They have to turn their mics up a little bit so the dialogue is louder for for those folks.
All I know is I ain't seen it in a minute, but the last time I saw it, it's daytime adult entertainment is what it is. I mean, there ain't nudity, but it's just about. And I'm like, this is like porn for housewives.
Steamy.
Who's left? Because I know a bunch of them went just to
I
streaming.
think most of them are on streaming now. I don't think any of them are. I don't
But
know.
my mom was a big Days of Our Lives fan. That's why she named me after Hope.
Right, yeah.
Does General Hospital still air?
So
I don't know.
I think it's all online now. I don't know on the apps, I don't know if they have
I don't keep up with Days of Our
during the
Lives.
day if they show it.
Soap
on
operas, it says they still exist on broadcast networks and streaming platforms. Currently, there are 4 major American daytime soap operas in production. Young and the Restless, which airs on CBS still. Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospitals on ABC. Beyond the Gates, that's a newer one I haven't heard of. That's on CBS. And then Days of Our Lives on Peacock, but that's exclusively on Peacock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you were a Days fan, right?
That was
right,
her jam.
until they moved it to Peacock, where I couldn't watch it.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't like a die-hard, like I had to. But when I was a kid, I got kicked out of 7th grade, which that's a story for another time. And I had to go to my mom's work to the nursing home that she worked at and kind of help out around the nursing home. But I had a habit of when I'd take my lunch break, I would sit in the break room and watch Days of Our Lives with all the ladies and all the nurses and stuff. And I got for a 11-year-old boy, I got really wrapped up in the storylines. You know,
it will draw you in.
I've told this story before on the radio, but when I was young, like up to about 4 years old, right now in that area, my grandmother would take care of me during the day. I would go to my parents would drop me off at like 6, 7 in the morning, and then I'd be with her till 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Mike.
What?
6, 7. Anyways, I'm sorry, I digress.
Sorry,
6, 7.
I'm plowing through.
Grandma's
I thought there was
house
like a bug behind me. The way he looked at me, I was like, "What's behind me?"
I heard her giggle before I even said it too. I was like,
well, and he gave me the look, and I literally thought like, "Is there something over my shoulder? What's going on?" I literally got scared for a minute, like there's something behind me.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. Grandma's house, 6 or 7 p.m.
Yeah, so I'd get there and she'd raise me for the day, but around noon, she'd make lunch and do her chores for the day, and I was her TiVo. She sat me there in front of I think it was As the World Turns.
Okay,
was her? She watched The Guiding Light, As the World Turns, Young and the Restless, and there was one called Capital that was around that time too. And she watched those. But I think it was As the World. She would make me sit there and watch it, and I'd have to, and for about 20 minutes of the show, I had to give her the recap synopsis of what happened during that time. So, yeah, it was I watched soap operas young, back in the old school, As the World Turns, Young and the Restless.
What's funny is you were Soap Opera Digest, because to a lot of people, you're like, oh, it's not enough to just hear what happened. No, for them, it very much is.
Right.
These stories are drug on for so long, just knowing a couple of key details to keep up. That's all you need.
Yeah. And she hadn't. The other thing that also started at noon, that's when she started her Budweiser drinking.
Oh, yeah. hey. It's officially not morning. You don't have a problem if you're not drinking in the morning. I get that.
Somewhere.
I understand.
But I never saw her drunk.
Hey, that's
I'm just saying, she's not.
I never saw her drunk. After about 4 beers, she went to her room.
Well, no, I just think she pickled herself so much that she drank a 12-bag a day, and that was just how she lived.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like her body would probably not know what to do with it if it didn't have it. You know what I mean?
A functional.
Yeah.
She also died at 54. So there's that.
Studio 54, he means. She was a party.
Yeah, she was 54. No, I'm sorry,
Your
56.
mom was 54.
She was 56. My mom was 54.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got that mixed up.
Yeah.
She was 56 when she died. Not much difference.
No.
That's all right. Her husband was 48. My grandfather, I never met him. He died alcoholism before I was born.
This segment of the program brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, reminding you, please drink responsibly.
Maybe else want to Dr. Phil me for a minute.
That means Mike.
I don't drink. You notice why I don't drink very much?
Yeah, I
There's a reason for this. You just had an epiphany.
I'm pretty sure you still got a Metallica beer somewhere in that refrigerator.
I got probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I don't drink that much. There's a reason why I don't. I have a history.
He doesn't drink.
My family history
Every
is.
once in a while on a.
My mom hardly drank too. But
That's true, yeah.
so she died young, but
She
had
had
no
her
alcohol.
Irish coffee every once in a while.
But she.
My mom, she's Irish in every sense of the word. She loves Drambuie and coffee. That's like her go-to. Is she'll do like a shot and a half of Drambuie in her coffee every morning.
Oh yeah, my
Irish
mom,
it up. I'm like, Mom.
That was one of the few times I did see my mom. She loved her Irish coffee, and she only did it like once in a blue moon. It wasn't like it wasn't like a thing. Yeah, she was. No, she had other vices, but not drugs.
Crack. It was crack.
She smoked like a chimney, but that was another. She had the dark curses, the high blood pressure, the heart stuff, all the things. I got that too. So. But anyway, I'm going to pick an interview to play, something short because we've been talking for a half hour. I don't know. What do we got? I'll talk with Jocelyn. I'm not going to do this on the radio. Let's do this. Let's take a pause for weather and a quick commercial break. I'll come back on the other side and we'll play an interview here. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a stationary front over central New Mexico and a little bit of moist air available. Mix of sunshine and clouds, and some showers and thunderstorms may pop up this afternoon. We'll be in the mid-90s. Overnight, maybe a shower, a few clouds, and upper 60s. Pretty hot on Saturday, going into the upper 90s. Sunshine most of the day, maybe an afternoon shower, scattered showers Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve.
One of the most moving books I've read is a book entitled Miracle on the River Kwai by Ernest Gordon. It tells the story of a group of Scottish soldiers who are imprisoned by the Japanese army. Each day, the prisoners are given tasks that need to be done, and every few hours, a tool check is done to make sure tools aren't being stolen that could aid in their escape. One day, when the tool check was complete, the group of captive soldiers came up one shovel short. After a short period of silence, one of the prisoners stepped forward and confessed taking the shovel. His punishment? He was beat to death in front of everybody. A few hours later, another tool check revealed, to the horror of all the captives, that all the shovels were accounted for. They had miscounted earlier. When the war was over and the Japanese soldiers became the prisoners, the Scottish soldiers made this pronouncement: no more hate. We need forgiveness and love. They treated their prisoners with dignity and respect. What they said 80 years ago is still true. We all need forgiveness, and we all need love, and we all need to give respect.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Located.
Summer's here and the heat is on at Roswell Honda with hot deals and cool payments, like a 2023 Chevy Malibu just $266 a month, 2018 Nissan Rogue just $249 a month, or a 2021 Chevy Trax just $212 a month. How about a 2018 Nissan Sentra just $177 a month, or a 2018 Jeep Renegade just $162 a month? And get pre-approved today for your chance to win $200 in free gas. The heat is on all month long at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd. Get ready for an unforgettable night of music and culture. Join the Artesia Arts Council on Friday, June 12th at Heritage Plaza for a free family-friendly concert featuring the internationally acclaimed Dr. Nativo. Experience the powerful sounds of reggae, cumbia, hip-hop, and traditional rhythm, plus a spectacular live fire dance performance. Bring your lawn chairs, enjoy local food trucks, and spend the evening under the stars with music, community, and incredible entertainment. Friday, June 12th at Heritage Plaza. Free admission for all ages. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
At Martine's Capital Cafe, come in and enjoy a delicious variety for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Try our burritos, huevos rancheros, asado, chorizo, sausage, flautas, fajitas, chili rellenos, quesadillas, enchiladas, sopapillas, and don't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger and so much more. Everything is prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Martine's Capital Cafe. Quality, value, tradition, and the most delicious New Mexican food since 1989. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th Street in Roswell.
Do you have missing teeth or would like them replaced? If you think dental implants are not affordable, think again. At Maupin & Brown Dentistry, their goal has always been to provide the highest quality dentistry in a state-of-the-art office at a reasonable price. They routinely treat patients that have traveled out of town for a consultation but cannot afford the treatment quoted. If this sounds like your story, come in today. As one of New Mexico's largest users of the world-class Nobel implants, they're able to purchase in volume and pass the savings on to you. So if you're missing a tooth or have loose dentures, call today for a free evaluation, which includes a free 3D x-ray. You'll be given treatment options and an honest evaluation with no hard sell, no arm twisting. But don't take our word for it. Just ask one of the thousands of patients they've treated. Maupin & Brown Dentistry, your choice for experienced, affordable, state-of-the-art dentistry. Call 627-0141 or visit maupinbrown.com.
You are 13.8% more likely to die on your birthday. Think about that the next time you want to celebrate your birthday month. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:34. So since our guest didn't make it in, we're 0 for 3 today, man. Bad mojo, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to play our interview we had on Tuesday with Dr. Sean Powell from ENMUR, talking about some of their summer camps and things going on at ENMUR and a few other events and things as well. So here's our interview with Dr. Sean Powell from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. Enjoy.
No cracks. Just 7.5 miles of
This morning from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, Dr. Sean Powell back with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Thank you for having me on today.
Anytime, all the time. And good thing you came on. I'd have to talk about mafia stuff for the next 40 minutes.
Well, I was listening as I was driving in today, and I did want to have a couple of comments. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to Cheyenne, Wyoming. I came from, Lisa and I came from Wyoming, and
from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, Dr. Sean Powell back with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Thank you for having me on today.
Anytime, all the time. And good thing you came on. I'd have to talk about mafia stuff for the next 40 minutes.
Well, I was listening as I was driving in today, and I did want to have a couple of comments. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to Cheyenne, Wyoming. I came from, Lisa and I came from Wyoming, and went to a memorial service for Chief Master Sergeant Dave Stevens, who had passed away, and it was held at the Joint Forces headquarters there for the National Guard in Cheyenne. And then there's a national cemetery, Cheyenne National Cemetery, that's east of F.E. Warren Air Force Base, and I had never even seen it. Been in Wyoming 30 years, didn't know the cemetery was there, but it was a very nice service. But what I was listening to, and this is something that happened, I was driving into Cheyenne, and by the way, that's where Taco John's was founded. 1969, and the potatoes you're thinking of are potato olays.
Yeah,
potato olays.
I kind of want to try them. They sound delicious.
Yeah, so Taco John's, Taco Tuesday, that all started in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
There you go.
Yeah, and then they got lawsuits about Taco Tuesday, so they had to make some adjustments, I guess.
Well, I never had Taco John's. Like we had one here when I first got here, but it literally shut down within a year or two after when I was like, I need to go. So I never, but when he kept describing the potato olays, I'm like, that kind of sounds like something I want to eat. I don't know what the rest of their tacos are like, but so were you a fan of Taco John's?
Yeah, I stopped there and had Taco John's and sent pictures back to Lisa, because Cheyenne's her hometown.
So Taco John's kind of has a soft place in your family's heart.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's when you were talking about this, I was driving over, going, "Are you the kids?"
He's getting mad.
He's talking about Taco John's, man.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, when I'm thinking of tacos, a guy named John is not going to be the name that infuses taco deliciousness. Just.
I understand. I understand.
Not that Bell does either, but
And the other part you're talking about, I have no knowledge of, so I'm going to let that go.
Oh, I always, as a kid, Casino, Godfather, those movies. I love all those movies, and so I've always had there's certain niches of things I'll read books on. Pretty much anything on like Apollo or space stuff, anything on mob stuff, and anything on Wyatt Earp stuff. Really enough, those are my three marks you give me every time.
Those are the ones.
But anyway.
Well, I'm glad that you have those interests and you're pursuing those. I did want to let people know registration for the fall semester is ongoing.
Yes.
And so if you're interested in getting involved with classes, please get to campus and get registered or check us out online.
Now's a good time. Because we are the land of manana. People love to procrastinate. And when the summer semester's over and we're about a week or two out from the fall semester, that's when everyone's saying, I should register for classes. Don't be that person. Do it now while selection's better, while there's less stress, while there's just, you can do it comfortably, and you'll have more times, more selections, more classes. If you wait till August to do this, then you're going to be behind the eight ball on it. So.
Registration for campus classes is usually first come, first serve, and like you indicated, the earlier you get there, the more options and choices you have.
Absolutely. So please, and certainly if you've not registered and signed up to be for admission for the college, certainly do that now. Come down to the campus today. They can get you done and ready to go and ready for you to sign up classes within a few hours here. So come on down and let's get that process started. So.
Yeah. And we do have a few things happening on the campus. Of course, our swimming pool is open during the day, and then it's available. Well, I don't know if there's any availability left. Let me put it that way.
For the rentals.
There's private party rentals that are ongoing, and they, I think, might be all full, but you could always check. And
they're very
see.
reasonable. I happened to, I was online on Facebook maybe a week ago, and someone was asking, they put up the thing on the pool rates, and at that time there were some openings left.
Okay.
But that was a week ago. And the reasonable rate, I mean, I think you can do like one, I think it's 2, 4, there's different intervals, but for like a couple hours, it's like $125 or something. It's really not that expensive to rent the pool for a party or something. So it is an option. And Sean was telling me, and I don't know, he said he goes a couple weeks ago, he took his kids to the pool. He went down to the rec center, and it was crowded. A lot of people, and there was like a waiting list to get in. So they just meandered on down to the college, and they said, got right in. It was great. Had, plenty of swimming. Wasn't too crowded. Was just perfect.
Excellent.
So just saying, folks, if it's getting too much, come on down to the. I hope we're not spoiling a secret. All of a sudden, we're going to get crowded out. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of people, or a lot of folks are kind of, oh yeah, let's go down to the college because see, I think Sean's like getting outed here.
He didn't want to talk about it.
It's this little hidden gem. But so if you're looking to swim, come down to the open swims at the college here. Yeah. It's probably not going to be as crowded as at the rec center here.
So the pool is open. We're sponsoring also an Invaders game tonight.
Excellent.
And so that'll be happening, I think, at 6:30 for the Invaders. And then we're hosting a Youth Challenge 8th grade program that started last week, and there's about 70, I think, youth from around this area, mostly Roswell and Dexter, Hagerman, Lake Arthur, and they're going through different activities or doing some classes in math and science to continue those skills, and then they get to go. For example, they went to NIMI last week, and they did the rappel wall there.
Oh, very good.
And so they're going to be doing a lot of different things.
Excellent.
And as we were talking about earlier before we came back on the air, that statewide Martin Luther King Jr. program is going to be hosted, and I understand you had one of the guests.
Yes, Danielle from the MLK Junior State Commission joined us. And you can still sign up if you have a student 6th through 12th grade, so pretty much middle school and high school students. It's a free event. I know you can come down Saturday morning and sign up. They do have a website. It's hold on, let me get my paper here. It is www.m. Where did I lost my paper? Here it is. www.nmlksc.org. So think of New Mexico, but then the MLK and then SC. So nmlksc.org. It's the New Mexico Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. That's what it is.
And they're going to be here this coming weekend. And I saw an agenda, and they have quite a few speakers from around the state that are going to be coming in to do different presentations and different topics with those students. So I think it'll be a great weekend for them. Yeah. Like you said, it's a free event, and I believe that includes 2 nights in hotels here in Roswell.
Oh, wow. Cool. But and I know they're going to be doing like STEM stuff, leadership training. It kind of covers the gamut. Arts, cultural. It's a well-rounded of all things for the weekend there. So
yeah. So I think it'll be a great opportunity for those youth who want to come out and do that. We also talked a little bit earlier about summer programming, and so we do have some community ed classes. There's some basic computer classes that are going to be taking place June 13th and 20th. Black Rocket Camp for the youth, July 13 to 16.
That's to do Roblox and those kind of things.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I have no idea what it is, but your kids do.
Yeah, Black Rocket, Roblox, yes. And I'm in the same side of that with you.
And I wouldn't even know that if it wasn't for Sean and his children. So, because his daughter's, she's going to the Black. She's big into Roblox and all that stuff. So.
I think she went last year.
Yeah. She's a repeat customer.
And then we have a women in automotives class, June 27th, from 9 to 1.
Nice.
And then also, I just
sorry, fellas, this is for women to learn automotive.
That's right. This is a women's in automotive program, and they're going to learn some basic skills.
Don't try to go drag on us. We're going to tell. We can tell if you try to come in. Hi, I'd like to come for the class. Wait, no, we're not going to let you do it. Just kidding.
And just remember, Mike is the one talking about
I
now,
know, just kidding. They get in trouble for that.
That's great. All right. Well, I'll be waiting for the phone calls back on campus
I'll take
when I
it.
get there.
He had nothing to do with
that. And then we have the Small Business Development Center. Scott Booker retired a few months back, and the SBDC program director position is open on our campus.
So if we're looking for someone,
if someone's interested,
apparently Scott knew what he was doing because he retired, and he's like, "I'm done. I've done my business. I'm retired."
Yeah,
so listen to him. He's got good advice.
Yeah, he moved on, and that program director position is advertised on our website. So if anybody's interested for that position, and we have some other jobs that are posted on there as well.
Excellent. So, yeah, absolutely. If you're looking for opportunities with the campus, there's always, especially, it's funny. My wife, who's not a retired teacher, she's going to be retiring. She's already like, oh, what do I do? She's already hitting up Sean at social events. I'm looking for a job. She's not, but she's just doing her thing. But absolutely, there's a lot of great opportunities with the college here, and obviously, sounds like the SBC, that job we need to kind of fill here sooner rather than later on that one. So if any qualified candidates are interested in running that and helping folks, pursue their small business dreams, that's a great opportunity for you there.
And you're on target with that, because I think this position is very important to the community, for entrepreneurs. It helps people find out about how to develop business plans, financial planning for business. It also gives training on different aspects of business development, and it's for that small business owner, and it's something that we want to get a person back in place. There are, I think, 7 centers around the state, and we have one of those here in Roswell, and they're located at community colleges. And the structure, there's a statewide small business development organization, but all of the offices are located on the 2-year campuses.
Okay.
So that happens just across the state. And like I said, this one is a great opportunity for somebody who is interested in helping other people qualify for small business development grants or SBA grants, to see what kind of financial planning they may want to need, or again, strategic planning for their small business development.
Once we got our director back in place, let them turn over those rocks for you. Let them go to work for you and help. Small businesses need all the tools and everything they can. I don't care how much you know or think you know. There's always tools and resources that can help you do it better as a small business owner. So tap into those. But in the meantime, we are looking for that position right now. And if someone out there listening, come apply through the college. I imagine you can probably go through the Workforce Connections Department. They probably have an opening, do the job there too as well. But you can go to the campus website and learn more.
Yeah, the campus website's the place to apply, and it gives you all the information on the job, the position description, and it's going to be.
Hey, if you ever want to get on the radio, Scott came on the radio from time to time too. So sorry, everyone's like, well, I was in until I had to do the radio. Just kidding. But we'd love to have you on the radio if you get the position there. So.
Yeah.
Good deal. So come on, come, and don't forget to, we talk about the fall semester and signing up and all that, but there's a lot of stuff going on at the campus that if you're just a member of the community, obviously with the pool, but certainly sign up your children and youth for some of these summer camps and things. You've already missed a couple here, but you got a few more that you can still sign up for this summer here, and sign up for these different campus or open programs for folks in the community here. And certainly, you don't have to necessarily sign up for the college to pursue a college degree or anything. If you're look, I just want to get in better shape or something, come on down and sign up for a few phys ed classes. You don't have to be pursuing a degree to sign up for anything. You just want to get in shape and could use some help teaching on it, then sign up for a phys ed class. They can help you through all that. Or if you just wanted to pursue an art, I wanted to do ceramics, or I wanted to, I want to be a better writer. Is there like some creative writing classes or some, I suck at math. I've got grandkids. I need to brush up on my math skills. Whatever your reasoning is, the college can meet those kind of needs. You don't have to necessarily be pursuing your next step in your career. And I mean, if you are, ENMU's got everything to help you do that, but you don't have to have a reason. If you're just looking for personal growth, or now you've got time in your hands and you've been meaning to do this, the college can help you do all that kind of stuff too.
And to follow up on what you're talking about, the age range this past semester was 13 to 78. The 78-year-old was an individual, or is an individual, who is pursuing a math degree because he's never done a college degree. The 13-year-old, I think she's 14 now, was in early college, high school. And so it's just lots of opportunities available across the community.
Absolutely.
And we try to meet all those needs. We have one fellow who's 74, and he's been involved, I don't want to say which corporations, but at very high level in corporations. But he promised his mother that he would finish a degree, and he never did. And so he's back with us.
Love that story.
He's going to graduate. He knew the graduation date in December, and I don't have that locked into my mind yet. And he said, "Yep, I'm going to be here when we do I said, "Okay."
That's great.
And then, I just think, again, opportunities are there if people want to come and register for classes.
Absolutely.
Please do so earlier rather than later.
Yeah, don't think about it in August. Now's the time to do that. If you want, you can go onto the campus website and start scrolling the catalog now. And then when you kind of see what you want, then come on down to the campus and sit down with one of the advisors, and they'll walk you through the process here.
Yeah, and I think you just call and get that appointment, and they have an advisor who's available for walk-in appointments as well. So, it's better to set it up in advance if you can. But if you show up, we have someone.
We'll figure it out.
For the
walk-in. I guess you can go on the website and schedule an appointment or something like that. And that way you can do a time, and that way you're not rushed, and you'll have a devoted person that they're dedicated to you for that moment. So that's a good thing. And they'll walk you through the whole process and and help you pursue wherever it is. Like if you're saying, no, I want to get my associates, or I'm trying to get that certificate. Well, let's lay that path out for you and how to do that. Or if you're just, no, I want to brush up on some math skills, or I want to, or be that person that, no, I'm retired, but I promised I'd get my degree and I'm ready to do it. Whatever your reasoning is, we can help you navigate through that.
Right.
And that's what, and by the way, for all you just graduated from high school and you got big plans to go to big school A and B, when you get that bill and realize, English 101 cost how much at this class? Oh, by the way, it's one little tenth of the price over here down the street. Come talk to him.
and we visited about that numerous times.
Yes. Just a reminder, just in case you needed it.
Yes. So statewide, there's the Common Course Numbering System. So any of the courses that we offer for general education would transfer to the other institutions in the state.
Sure.
That was an initiative, I guess, is the best way to describe it, of the state legislature. It took several years, but that's where we are with our general education courses. And then also the opportunity and lottery scholarships are available for New Mexico residents as well.
Yeah, so you can do it for free. There's a will, there's a way. And I'm telling you right now, and then we'll wrap up here. But as soon as you're done registering and talking with the advisors, march on over to the financial aid office, get that FAFSA form taken care of, and let them go through the system and see what scholarships that you might be applying for, because there's so many out there. And some are niche, some are broad, some are so niche that people don't even know about them. And that's what his staff does, and they go through and find these for you. And who knows, we can maybe get a whole semester paid for here if we turn over enough rocks. So
Absolutely.
Let them go to work for you right after you get registered for classes and all that.
Well, again, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. And
anytime.
Registration's ongoing.
Come and do it, and then come and sign up for some of these summer camps if we still got a few spots there. And then if you're interested in the MLK, their youth leadership weekend here, please go to their website. Again, It is www.nmlksc.org. And just think of New Mexico MLKSC, but the MLK and the NM bleed together. They share the M.
One M.
So,
not two M&Ms.
That's right.
One
They
M.
only get one. And of course, for anything we talked about here, you can always go to roswell.enmu.edu, the website there to check out. And by the way, if you're going to be a student, or if you already are a student and you're not doing it, like and follow ENMUR's Facebook pages. There's several of them, but particularly here is, because anytime there's a change in schedule, weather, any of that stuff, that's usually the first place that word gets out that classes are canceled or moved or delayed or whatever, weather or whatever is bringing there at that
Absolutely.
moment. So good deal. Dr. Powell, did we get it all?
We did. Thank you very much.
And then some, right? He's like, I got to get out of here before he gets me in more trouble. He's like, I just want to talk about Taco John's, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Dr. Powell, as always, we appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. And anything else we could do to help, hopefully not hurt, let us know.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Take
concerns. The Fourth Amendment meant to protect Americans from unreasonable search and seizure and does require a warrant before surveillance is allowed to proceed. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has signed a memorandum of understanding with the UFC to create a public-private partnership with mixed martial arts. That comes ahead of this weekend's cage fights on the White House South Lawn. This is SRN News.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a stationary front over central New Mexico and a little bit of moist air available. Mix of sunshine and clouds, and some showers and thunderstorms may pop up this afternoon. We'll be in the mid-90s. Overnight, maybe a shower, a few clouds, and upper 60s. Pretty hot on Saturday, going into the upper 90s. Sunshine most of the day, maybe an afternoon shower, scattered showers Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Elon Musk is set to become the world's first trillionaire by selling shares in his rocket company SpaceX on the NASDAQ, what's likely to be the biggest stock debut ever. SpaceX raising $75 billion to help put people on Mars, send giant data centers the size of football fields into orbit, and take on its AI rivals. Wall Street's rebound goes on, and oil prices are down more than 3% after President Trump claimed a breakthrough in talks to end the Iran war. The president says a war-ending deal could be signed as soon as this weekend. Adobe slid 7.3% after the software company beat Wall Street sales and profit targets and raised its full-year guidance. Adobe, whose shares are down 42% since the beginning of the year, also announcing that its chief financial officer is stepping down. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Hey Roswell, score world-class savings on great selections of new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles during the summer sales event at Roswell Ford. Due to overwhelming success, employee pricing for all has been extended for a limited time. Hurry for your last chance to pay what we pay on our entire lineup of new Fords. Plus, your friends at Roswell Ford need your trade today, so we're willing to overpay, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, so you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV with massive savings. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with even more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Hurry in, trade, and upgrade, and get massive savings with employee pricing for all. We make it fast, fun, and easy to get on board at Roswell Ford. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Employee pricing excludes Raptor Series, 2026 Super Duties, Lariat Package and Up, 2025 and 2026 Transit Wagon. Standard exclusions and final pay units.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-511-5493. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-511-5493. That's 800-511-5493. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
A Greek-Canadian man invented the Hawaiian pizza. His name was Tex Colorado, and he was from Detroit. Here's Mike Winters.
And that's going to do it for us for today.